I didn't know.
Well, we are live.
Somebody's got to get dressed.
I know, right?
She's not in costume.
We are. Oh, yeah. Grazie, sir.
Get your uniform on, woman.
Oh, woman. Oh, goodness.
Whoa, man.
He is in a mood tonight.
Cruising for a bruising.
He said it. Well, happy Friday.
Hey, yo. Welcome to the wonderful world of HungryHeath. You are getting a little glimpse into my madness. I'm in a really good mood, y'all. It's been a great week. We got to hang out with one of our dear friends last night for dinner.
Yeah.
And then we're getting to hang out with all y'all tonight.
I know.
We're doing the cook along tomorrow.
Yeah.
We get to hang out with Radical Geek on Sunday on her live.
Yes.
So it's just like a horrific weekend.
So just reminder, channel members, tomorrow night is the cook along for this month. So I know it's earlier than normal, but I hope all of you can make it. That was my
special request.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. I am HungryHeath, and I'm not a classically trained chef. What I am is a self-taught home cook. I've studied under several television chefs. I have a PhD from YouTube University and a black belt in Google Food. Together, we host what we like to call the Friday Night Feast, which you're watching right now. And this is my wonderful bride. Shelly eats steak, a.k.a. the warden and the secretary. And whatever other names I can come up with at the moment. I love getting that reaction from her. It's
he is like really cruising for a bruising, isn't he? Wait till this live is over, y'all.
And we were consulting the Googles right before we went live, trying to find a couple more recipes for y'all in the next few weeks. Because honestly, I was trying to show her here in a minute, but she was looking at other stuff. Is I have a list going for the next, I don't know, month and a half of Friday Night Feasts.
Yeah.
Stuff, ideas I got going on. And this little brain of mine.
What was that?
There's a bunch of them bumping around in there.
Oh, there's a lot bumping.
So, what are we doing tonight?
Well, what
Am I
are
gonna
we?
Cry again?
Yeah. Is he gonna cry again tonight, y'all? What do you think? Are we gonna open up? Where did that bottle go of the MCT? I know it used to be here.
Oh, I put it up. You put it over there. On it, boss.
We're gonna use some of our MCT, and I hope y'all saw. I did not put it there.
That's where it goes.
I hope y'all saw the short that we did. Hey, you go in a little more. That might be. Oh, wow. There you go.
It's an angry clown, I'll tell you that.
So we will be using that later today as well. But if you saw the short, I hope you did. And if you're like, oh, I don't see your shorts, once you've watched a few of them, so if you just go to our page, our YouTube channel, there'll be different tabs. So look for the one that says shorts. And once you watch a few of those and give it a thumbs up, then they'll start popping in your feed.
I like it when you look at my shorts.
So tonight we are making fried chicken tenders.
I'm calling them kicking chickens because they got a bite.
They do.
We did an egg wash, and we seasoned that with a little habanero in the egg wash. Drenched the eggs. Then the coating is some pork panko, but we used a little bit of the pork and goods, stupid hot. Then we mixed with that some coconut flour and some grated parm.
And Texas 5 spice.
And some of the Texas 5 spice.
And pork and poultry.
Yes. Then we throw it in the air fryer. Then we plate it up in little baskets. And then we douse it with some of the MCT. Throw a little bit of the clown on it.
It's going to be hot.
It'll light you up. You see that thumbnail, you see me tearing up.
Yes.
That stuff will mess you up.
It will. So please, as you enter in, y'all, give it a thumbs up. That really does help our channel and it helps the live. So if other people are like, what am I doing tonight on a Friday night? Well,
you're hanging with the horde.
Yeah, come hang with us, but they'll see it if you give it a thumbs up and you say hello in the chat. And then that helps the live be broadcasted to other people as well. So I hope y'all do that for us. We really appreciate it. And yeah, let's get started. Let's see who all was here. So I see earlier Renee said Firstus and love the title.
Oh, nice.
And then Carrie's here and he said, how did I know that Renee would beat me to the stream? Right? And he said the food was so Gouda on the trailer. Yes.
That would be good too. Sprinkle some Gouda on top of it.
Thank y'all so much. The trailer is brought to you by the Horde.
Yes.
So every time they make a delicious, that they meaning you, make a delicious meal, share it on our Facebook group, HungryHorde Headquarters, and then yours will get featured in the weekly trailer. So thank you all so much for doing that. We not only love seeing all of the food, and then we get to see it again in the trailer and just love all the creative options that you come up with. And I think it's really good to help other people that need meal ideas for keto. So Thank you for that. And then Sharon's here. Hey. She said, treadmill starting now. Activate. 3, 2, 1, right? And 22 Cute Cat. Hey, said hello, Shelly Heath and the wonderful Friday Night Horde. Wasn't Heath going to do a dance tonight?
No.
You said you were going to do the chicken dance.
No, the chicken's dancing.
Oh, really? And Sean is here. Hey, Sean said, hey, everyone. And Caden is here. Hey, Caden said, hi, everyone. Hi, Shelly and Heath. Long week. Looking forward to Friday night visiting. Oh, nice. I'm so glad to hear that. I know. I just love it, too. Mama Bear Lynette. I don't know if you heard us mention you.
She can hear us.
She said, good evening, everyone. Yes, we got to. So those of you, I know quite a few have just joined in. So last night we got to hang out with Mama Bear Lynette. That was so much fun.
She's hanging out with the gringos.
Right. We went to Gringos, which is like a local Tex-Mex restaurant. It was really good. And then she also brought us a whole bunch of wonderful Ketochow treats, y'all.
She was an Easter basket, y'all.
Yes. We might have hit
spoiled.
that Easter basket a few times today.
And yesterday.
Well, yeah, last night too. So thank you again, Lynette.
Thank you.
Carrie said, I'm going this Monday with the paperwork for a Hazelwood account to try and get going for a bachelor's degree in cybersecurity. Oh, way to go.
That's awesome.
And Caden said, hi. And then Carrie said, I also got news from the VA and they completely denied my injury, saying they don't exist.
Aww.
Yeah, I saw where you brought that up on Radical Geeks channel earlier. And I think Maitreya gave you really good advice. Maitreya is just so smart. She has the best advice and so much knowledge on so many things. I had to reach out to her yesterday, I think, because one of my coworkers is looking into mountain biking. She's like, we were talking about it in our meeting today, and she just loves being outdoors. I'm like, oh, I'm outdoorsy and I drink on the patio.
Right.
And Lakin and I are the same. Lakin's like, yeah, I just don't know. But I know some people love being outside. Let me know if you're an outdoorsy person, if you're a camper, because a couple of them said they love to go camping. And I was like, my idea of camping is a Holiday Inn. So
it's about as roughing it as I like to get.
Right. Like you tell that's the extent of how outdoorsy we are.
I don't want to go pretend to be homeless for the weekend.
So, but she was saying she wanted to go mountain biking. She found a mountain bike at a garage sale for $30. But then when she went to go do it with friends and stuff, she said she felt like she was like the poor cousin because everybody had these nice shiny bikes. And she was like, I think this is a pretty crappy type bike I have here. So she was like really wanting to know what's a good one that she can mountain bike on, because She said at first she didn't like mountain biking, but now she freaking loves it.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. And so our job actually gives us a wellness credit every year that we can use for a plethora of things. And one of them is a bike. So she's going to use it to, either pay for or get a new mountain bike so she could be cool with the cool kids. So thank you, Maitreya, for that. And Maitreya is here and says, hello. And Mom Bear Lynette said, thank you so much for holding the cook along earlier in the month. I'm grateful. Well, you're very welcome. I hope it's fun. Mama Bear Lynette said, I love watching Shelly's facial reactions.
That's why I do it. I do it for you.
Mm-hmm. Gigi's here. Hey, Gigi. Good evening, everyone. How are you doing? And then Radical Geek said, MCT. And I brought that up today in our team meeting. We were talking about what are your hobbies? And I was like, I know y'all will be surprised, but it's cooking. And then I was talking about our sauce.
Uh-huh.
And
you should have showed it to them.
I didn't think before the meeting. I couldn't get up in the middle of the meeting and come in here. But also Alyssa, the mountain biking one, she was like, when I was explaining it, she goes, okay, those are two of the things I hate is that horrible M word. Like, that's just awful. And then clouds, like, no. And I said, it's a funny story. And I told her how we created this because of Renee, because she hates the M word and clouds. And I said, we did it specifically and gave it to her so that she could try it because she likes hot. And I said, and then, so now, of course, she has it, but she has to face it away from her.
You're welcome, because we love you.
Brenda's here. Hey, Brenda. She said, good evening. Hi.
Howdy.
And Carrie's got 775 days of no coffee or caffeine.
Why don't you celebrate with a cappuccino?
And Carrie said, are they cargo shorts?
No.
Brenda said, bought my green beans today. Oh, exciting.
Nice.
Carrie said, but Heath, chickens don't have feet to have a kick.
Oh, yeah, they do.
They have feet. Chicken feet. You get chicken feet.
They're really good for cooking, too.
Sean said, hope you got your creamy ready. Rickman's here. Hey, said happy Friday to the horde. Happy to be here. And no, Heath is just fine. He is just has spring fever. Do you mind going and preheating the thing? Just turn the air fryer for like 10 minutes to preheat it.
Okay.
Thank you, dear. And Sharon said, Heath will be crying.
No.
Place your bets now, y'all.
Here's a joy. Oh, yeah, we're going to do that, too.
Well, do you want to start on that so that I can sit there? I got a spoon there, and then bring it here, and I'll show them on camera what we're doing. So right here is our sweet potatoes, y'all. So it's 2 small sweet potatoes, and I'm going to try something we used to do a long time ago, but we haven't done in forever. And what I did is I soaked them for over an hour in cold water, and then rinsed that off, dried them really well, and then I put a little avocado oil, and then I put the Redmond's garlic salt all over them. So I think that's going to be delicious.
You want the spoon or the whisk?
The spoon. So what we're making here, if you saw the short, you would have seen the dish. So this is our barbecue mayo dipping sauce. And what I was asking at the very beginning, and this is just our homemade avocado oil.
Didn't have a habanero?
Oh, I think it does have a little habanero spice. Now, I do about 2/3 mayo to 1/3 barbecue sauce. And this is also our homemade barbecue sauce.
Ketochow barbecue sauce.
That's right. And it's also a little spicy because we do put hot sauce in it.
Sort
of, yeah. So then I just mix this well together. So at the very beginning, I had up on the screen, what is your favorite dipping for chicken tenders or chicken nuggets? To me, there's not too much of a difference between the two. So what do you like to dip yours in? I think what used to be your favorite?
Honey mustard or gravy.
Yeah.
Or if I get actual chicken nuggets, I get the sweet and sour sauce. When she says spicy, what it is, here's a bottle of hot sauce, right? See how there's just a little bit left in here? So what I do is I take a funnel and I pour some, when I make my barbecue sauce, I use, I think it's a 1/4 cup of pickle juice in it. So I take that 1/4 cup and I pour it in here to rinse this out and mix that into the barbecue sauce. And I do that every time. So every batch is a little different because depending on what hot sauce I use.
I would say before, and I would even say now, my favorite dipping sauce is still gravy, like a white gravy. I love a good pepper white gravy for chicken. To me, it just goes really well, right? But yeah, go ahead. You put that in there. So he's going to put the sweet potatoes in the air fryer, and we're going to do it around 380 for about 10 minutes. I think about 8 to 10 minutes. The first, and then we'll toss it again. And then he's going, after he puts that in, he's going to get the chicken out. So here's one thing that we do with our chicken tenders is we do put them in a pickle brine. And when he's done with the sweet potatoes, he'll bring it over here. But basically,
you know what? I can go ahead and give it to you now. See, like you can show it off.
Yeah. So basically what we do is whenever you get the chicken tenders, you know how sometimes it has that white tendon in it? I mean, it looks weird in that. Like when I saw it.
It looks like when you ferment the skins, the snake skins.
Oh, that is not what I thought. I thought.
Oh my God, you're so
dirty. No, it reminded me of, when I've gone to like in a science lab. But what you do with the tenders, if there's that white tendon, what we do is we take a fork. Is that the same way you did it today?
Yes, it was actually easier today.
Yeah, this is super easy. If you have, so you get the little white tendon, put the fork and put that white tendon through one of the prongs and hold it. And then you just take the rest of the chicken tender and you pull it. And right, isn't that how you did it? Or did you push the fork through?
No, you pull it, but actually the little video I found is you start pulling it and then you grab it with a napkin or a paper towel and pull it through.
Okay. Well, I saw the one with the fork.
Well, no, use the fork.
Oh.
So it's sticking through the fork. The tendon is sticking through the fork, and you reach down and grab it with a paper towel and pull it.
Oh, and then it's easier that way.
Yeah.
And then that way it pulls the tendon out because that's just chewy, right? It's not going to fry up well. So pull those tendons out. Then he put them all in this wide mouth jar with pickle brine, which we have plenty of pickle brine. And it's just, I would say at least an hour, preferably 4 hours is good. So this has been about 4 to...
I did it, put it on at about 12:30.
Yeah, 5.5 hours, something like that. 6 hours, I guess. So that's fine. Even 8 hours is good. But I would say 4 hours is about where you want to go. And then now all he'll have to do is drain this. And then we will start the coating process. And in fact, that bowl that you just took all the sweet potatoes, I need that to put the eggs in. Remember that egg wash. And this whisk is thanks to Sherry. Sherry, if you are in here, thank you so much. So all I'm going to do, and this is what all of the little sweet potato there. I'm just reusing the same bowl for how we're going to do the chicken. So we're first going to put it in wow, those are huge yolks of these. Goodness, y'all. But we are going to, no, it's going to be this one.
The chicken's going in there?
Yeah, with the egg wash.
Oh, what's this one for then?
That's going to be for the batter. So here is our habanero seasoning, right? Habanero in this one and the other two in the batter, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right. And so what Heath is doing right now is he is draining the chicken from that brine. And then he's going to add all the chicken to this bowl. There we go. And then
if I pour too much, it'll pour all over.
And then he's just going to start adding that chicken. Put that here. And I love these little whisks. So thank you, Sherry. Because this is like perfect for my hands. I don't need a big old whisk for my little hands. All right, where do you want me to? I just put it right here?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. And then so while while Heath is putting the chicken in here, I'm going to start on the batter, y'all. Oops. All right. Okay. And then let me read a couple comments while Heath's working on that. Caden said Weber had seasoning called Kicken and Chicken. I loved it. I used it on shrimp, sauteed, and butter. I don't see it in a store anymore. I hope it hasn't been discontinued.
Well, that's what we do
Kicken
now.
Chicken.
Is I find recipes like that. I find a copycat and start making my own.
Right. That's true. Carrie said, darn, he wanted to see you dance.
Yeah, well, there's wants and needs.
And then Caden said, oh, great. Oh, okay. Rickman helped Caden find out where it's at.
On what? The shorts?
That Kicken Chicken.
Oh.
Radical Geek said, my ego is going to get too big. Laugh out loud.
Why? Did you go inspirational?
Right. What did you do with the lid that was here?
Put it right here out of the way.
Oh, okay. Well, just because last time we put it on there.
Yeah, I'm going to.
Okay. So for the batter, I'm going to do a good. Oh, you got it on there.
Well, that's what this is for.
Yeah. I'm going to do a good cup of the pork panko. And then, yes, we just got the grated parm, y'all. And this
then
one,
we went cheap and got the store brand.
Yeah.
Well, actually, you know what?
But just make sure there's no like real wonky ingredients.
Actually, they have another brand also. The store does. That's the HEB, but then they have the Hill Country Fair too. And it was cheaper, but there was more ingredients in it, so I was like, no.
And then this is our pork and poultry, because I mean it's chicken. We got to have a little pork and poultry going, right? Okay. Well, if I can get the lid on. Let me grab this whisk. And then here's our Texas 5-spice, y'all. So Texas 5-spice. Now, of course, this is all optional if you are spice adverse. So I know several of you are. Just do the pork and poultry or the pork and culture. I know, right? I'm just making words up. But you, instead of doing, those extra seasonings, I would just use pork and poultry. Okay. And then we need about a good tablespoon. I was thinking of my other recipe. About a tablespoon of coconut flour.
Should have sifted it.
Yeah. Well, I got the whisk. Tie that back up. All right. And then another cute whisk. Thank you. Okay. Then I'm just going to whisk all of this together. And if I see any clumps, what?
I need to go flip what is the timer at?
Well, that's at 2 minutes.
Okay, because I need to flip those.
Yeah.
Remember, we pull them and stick them in the oven.
Yeah. Yeah, and you'll need to turn the oven on warm.
Yeah.
So just make sure it's well mixed and no clumps. Break up those clumps. That's why a whisk is handy, y'all. Okay. Then I think this should be enough. I feel like it should be enough. I mean, let's just have a little more fun with the cheese, right? And I was thinking you could just use that skillet right there if you want. What do you think?
I think that's a great idea.
Okay. Okay. There we go.
We should be done with this though, right?
Yes. But, well, you probably need to take the plate and everything so it don't drip all over the floor. Okay. This next part, y'all, I freaking love this. I found it, saw somebody else do this. I should have got their name. And I was like, okay, we can do that. So wait till you see what we're going to do. Mom Bear Lynette said, dinner last night was so delicious. Oh, I'm so glad you liked it. Okay.
Hold on. It's fixing to go off, isn't it? Yes or no?
I don't know because it's gone now.
Okay.
Well, if it goes off, then okay, we'll do whatever. I'm so glad you liked it. And Sharon said, hi, us. And Rita's here. Hey, Rita. She said, hello for a beautiful, sunny, and 65 Washington. Wow.
Okay, now it's going off.
Right. That's so nice. That's beautiful weather. We actually had a storm roll in, I would say about an hour and a half before we went live. A storm.
I was scared too, because I thought we were going to knock power out.
I know. I was like kind of stressing because I was like, ooh, it got really dark. And then it was like, it's going to roll in at 5. I was like, okay, please. So yeah. Carrie said, clowns are so cool. Just look at the movie It, right?
That's why everybody hates it.
Just Jason, Keto, and more. Hey, Jason said, hello, everyone. How are you doing?
Okay, I need your help.
Uh-huh.
You're going to pick this up, move it over here,
Okay.
and then put that bowl there so everything's on the towel.
Okay, that makes sense.
That's the whole point of having the towel. And I'm doing it with one hand, just in case.
All right, Jason. And then Sharon said, I have folks wanting the shirt, MCT.
Oh, I want one too.
What? Okay. All right. Well,
and I need an extra. I need someone for my cousin.
Yeah, we'll have to look into that. Do you mind? Okay, just make sure they drip. Try to drip them before you put it in here because you don't want them too wet. Marianne said, good evening, everyone. Hello, Marianne. Welcome back. And Patty's here. Hey, Patty. She said, I'm late. Gonna listen, speed up to catch up. Well, thank you for that. And Mama Bear Lynette said, question, what is the function of soaking the sweet potatoes for an hour? That is a great question. So a sweet potato, like any of potatoes, has a lot of starch, right? So the purpose of ice cold water. So I put like several ice cubes in there, and then and then I, use cold water as well. And then what that'll do is that cold water will pull the starch out of the potatoes. So the longer you let them go, the more starch gets pulled out.
Didn't we used to do it overnight?
Yeah, you can do it overnight.
We're done with this now, right?
Yes. So you could do it overnight, at least an hour, I think is good. And it just helps pull the starch. And then when you pull that starch, it's supposed to help the sweet potato get a little more crispy when you air fry it. So we'll see. We'll see if it was worth it. How about that? Okay, so this is the cutest thing ever I saw. So I got the batter or the coating and then my chicken. And then make sure your lid is sealed well. And then you just do it like a washing machine. Just roll it. So that's why you want like a really good sealed lid. And you just roll it like you're doing. It's kind of like shake and bake. But the person I saw, he was like, think of it as a washing machine. You just roll it around like a washing machine. And then that'll help really get it separated out and each piece getting really well coated there. And if you saw the short, then you kind of saw they got really well coated, I thought.
Yes, they did.
So I just kind of go in there, shake it up a little more.
Hey, do me a favor.
Yeah.
Reach that Ketochow towel right there.
Okay, you need
Throw
it?
it. Yeah, just throw it over here to me.
Okay.
Please.
Ketochow.
Just throw it. Thanks.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's fine. I'm just drying my hands just a little bit.
All right. So, and you doing 8 minutes on these?
Yes, I already said the thing.
How did they look? Were they starting to get black?
A little bit.
Well, maybe you should check on them now.
No. They were still very light. No, they weren't even darkened at all. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. Well, I just don't want them to burn. Oh, I think those are looking really
Can you get
well
closer or no?
coated.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, I see it. Oh, wow. Now you know what I want to do?
Huh.
Next time we do fried shrimp, I want to do it the same way.
Right.
I think it'd work really well.
So you can see in there, it really does coat it well. So, it's basically a new version of shake and bake, right?
I think that works better than trying to use like a baggie.
Right, because it's a bowl, and especially a glass bowl, it will easily wash, and then...
But I'm keeping my gloves on so I can reach in there and load that.
Yeah. So I'm just going to do like that here.
Can we put it in the fridge or leave it like this?
No, we can leave it. We only have a couple more minutes. I'm going to turn it upside down. Carrie said, reading up on cacao butter, it is good, healthy fat. When I could find it, then you can melt it. It'll return to solid with cool, and they would be cool for making popsicles for when it hits triple digit. That's right.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah, I love cacao butter. It's just so expensive.
Right.
Oh, Strange. Hey.
Lisa.
She said, hello, all. Listening while I eat queso.
Awesome.
Hope y'all had a great weekend.
That's a true Texan right there.
Right? Yeah, we had queso last night. It was
still
so
want to go
good.
visit her and go to that Egyptian barbecue joint. Mark your calendar sometime in the future. That will happen.
Yes. Carrie said, with the pickle brine, Shelly and Heath could be big deals. I thought we were.
We can be. We are, sir.
Patty said,
What's your deal?
more than likely won't make the cook-along tomorrow. It's Chris's only day off this week.
Have him join in too.
Well, I understand though. Like, when Heath and I have a day together, like I don't really want to share it. Radical Geek said, oh dang, I want to make the cook along, but it'll depend on how all the errands and projects go. Well, I hope you can.
Well, look, you're getting up early tomorrow anyways, like you always do. You'll have time.
Yeah.
Well, maybe, because some of the stations she might be going to might not be open.
Well, aren't you doing your big bike run tomorrow?
Right.
Troy TQ Cat said, I'm pretty basic. I just dip my chicken tenders in the mayonnaise I make. I put that mayo on just about everything I can put it on. Love it. I know.
It's really good in deviled eggs, I'll tell you that.
Oh, that mayo is so good. And then, but the other thing we've enjoyed this week is the pesto I made.
Yes.
That pesto.
Oh, we had to do a video on that.
Yeah, all I did was use carrot tops and radish tops. And that pesto turned out so good. And
really
he's been using it
also
on his deviled eggs.
Or no, my hard-boiled eggs.
Oh, yeah, your hard-boiled. El Strange said, how do you carry? Oh, I selected the wrong one. Carrie said, raining now, not as bad as they said today. We got a pretty good storm roll in.
My deck was wet, so we need to hurry and fix that roof too. What?
Sorry. Shauna is just asking a question. And Laura S. said, hi, everyone. Happy Friday. Hey, Laura. Hi. Welcome back. Carrie said, Shelly, I could tell from my stocking days that coconut flour was for Kroger. Oh, was it the Kroger? I thought it was H-E-B, but who knows? Honestly, I don't even remember. So if you say it's Kroger, it was Kroger. Radical Geek said, I love green beans, but I'm the only one in my family who does. Wow, that is something. I am shocked.
I set it for like 12 minutes, set the timer for 8, but the thing just went off.
Sharon said, Heath, I asked you to get a rework from your cousin of the MCT clown.
And he hasn't replied back to me. I am on it.
Okay.
I promise.
Well, that's what she's needing.
I'll give you his number.
No, you need to be the one to reach out to him.
Well, I'm just saying that maybe he'll reply to her. Unless he won't reply to me.
Oh, you just need to ask again. I'm sure his cousin's a tattoo artist, and so he normally works evenings. So he probably just saw it while he was working and then was like, oh, I'll respond tomorrow, and then forgot. Carrie said it was in the 80s here, and now after the rain, it's 66. Yeah, when I checked this morning when we had our meeting, it said it was 82, and now it's saying it is 70. So...
Yeah, I wish you would reply to me. I did. As soon as you sent it to me, Sharon, I sent it to him.
Okay. But yeah, he'll have to follow up. Sharon said 30 minutes on treadmill is done. Whoop, whoop. Way to go.
That means we all wait. That counts for us too.
Oh, it counts?
Yes.
So I was on the treadmill with you?
Mark that on your calendar, y'all. Mark it on your list.
L Strange said, I give my doggies green beans too. Oh, that's so cute.
Call it dog.
I give my dogs basically any vegetable, like when I've been making the salads, except for onions. I know not to give them that, but like a little bit of cucumber. I give them cucumber. They love that. I gave them some asparagus. They ate it. Well, one of them ate and then it didn't.
Yes or no? A little longer?
No, I think that's perfect. If you do it any longer, yeah.
But see, they're not crispy enough. You know why? Because we're on deep fat frying.
Okay. So now, Heath is going to
attempt to put all that in.
Put these in the air fryer. I'm so excited. El Strange said, no fresh, usually canned green beans. Oh, right? And canned green beans will work for that recipe tomorrow too, y'all. So don't feel like you've got to do fresh.
That's what we're talking about too. Because, y'all, I had a 30-minute meeting today with my boss, and we spent like a good 29 minutes of it talking about food. And he said when he makes them, he likes them crunchy still. Not overcooked mine.
All right. Mary Ann said, sorry I've been gone. I've been fighting COVID. Oh my goodness, girl. For 2 weeks. So have been going to bed early most nights. Oh, I hope you're feeling better.
Yes.
Don't feel like you have to apologize. I know things happen, but I hope you're feeling better now. That sounds awful.
I'm so sorry.
Oh, Strange said, I had a very overweight dog and she cries since I have to give her leash food. So I sub with smashed green beans. Aw.
I need your help, though.
Uh-huh.
Pull that lid off. I'm going to dump this.
Oh, okay.
Tell them how I messed myself up the other day. Trying to be thrifty.
Yeah, just turn it upside down. There you go. Yeah. Well. So you saw that there was a little bit of egg left, egg wash left from the chicken. Well, when we made it the other day, he was like, you know what?
Thrifty.
He's like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to reuse this egg wash and just make me some eggs tomorrow. And so he added a couple more eggs to it and fried it up or scrambled. And yeah, it like totally messed up his stomach.
5-room pyrotechnics.
Marianne said, finally getting better. Oh, good. Still testing positive, though. Oh,
sorry.
That's awful. Radical Geek said, laugh out loud. Even Dyson doesn't like green beans.
Oh, wow.
He will eat around them and leave them in the bowl. He likes peas. Do you mind putting the back in the freezer? Oh, that is Kroger. See, it's the Simple Truth or whatever.
Simple Organic.
Yeah. There you go.
Good eye, brother. Good eye.
And then
the door?
Yeah, in the freezer door.
That's what I meant.
And then do you want to start putting up some of these other seasonings and all?
Not really, but I will.
Oh, all right. Well, I mean, if you don't want to clean up, that's fine.
I hate cleaning up.
Do I get my water?
I guess so. Where'd you put it? Where'd you hide it?
It's in the fridge.
Oh, that one. Oh, snarf.
Wow. So I've noticed Delilah does get picky. She does this anytime I give her something, she has to always smell it first and then she'll nibble on it. Sam doesn't smell it, anything. He just takes like half my hand with him when he tries to get some, like he just, his dimension skills are very lacking.
Oh, yeah. All right.
He's just like, oh, that, yeah, I'll just take your hand. But the only thing I noticed that he was not crazy about is asparagus. The asparagus, he finally ate a little bit, but both of them were like, oh no, we don't care for asparagus. I was like, okay.
That's their version of the devil's broomstick or whatever.
Oh, I didn't know what you were going to talk about.
I was like the devil's lettuce, but that's something else.
So yes. But other than that, Sam will basically eat about anything. Delilah is a bit picky. And I'm trying to think. Yeah, I think I did give them a green bean. They ate it. Radical Geek said, it's a small ride, but they are installing parts and making adjustments. Could be fast, could be a few hours. I also have to go buy leather at Tandy. Oh, are you making something? 20 TQ Cat said, the facial expressions. Oh, thanks.
You're welcome.
And an air frying auntie. Hey, Shauna. She goes, hi, everyone. Crafting away, but stopping in. Well, I'm so glad you made it. Do you want me to open it?
No, I want you to hand me that.
Yeah, my hands are not long enough. And he thought I could reach.
I'm saying.
Well, I'm glad you stopped in, Shauna.
Yeah.
Sharon said, I can do it. Hook me up and we can get you some more swag. Way to go, Heath. Aw. Well, that'll be fun. I love that t-shirt. I could see people being like, what? Shauna says she's working on her 2023 low-carb cruise album. How fun.
That's awesome.
Sharon said, I need a good coating for cod. Grab some at Sam's last trip. Something crispy. I think this coating would do well.
Do you have an air fryer, though? Or do you have what do they call it, a Friday?
This is so good. I'm so sad we're almost out. In case there's another box hiding with all the other boxes.
Is that the ginger?
Uh-huh. Oh, so good. But I think this coating would be good. So, roughly 60-40 pork rind crumbs and Parmesan cheese. And then, a little bit of coconut flour, like a tablespoon. And then whatever seasoning. I think our seafood seasoning would be really good with cod.
Yeah. Oh, and she likes heat anyways. A little bit of the seafood seasoning, a little bit of Texas fire spice.
Mm-hmm.
Do like a 2-to-1 mixture or a 3-to-1.
Yeah. El Stray said, just pulled out a creamy pie. I have no idea what it is.
I love doing that creamy roulette.
Right? For a while, we were doing really good. We'd get the masking tape,
yes.
Right? And we put a little tape sticker of what it was on each one, but
we just got out of it. And then the last one, so I just did chocolate malt. Or no, chocolate mint. Yeah.
Patty said, I came home with fresh green beans this morning. $1.98 a pound.
That's awesome.
Oh, that's good price?
Well, that's awesome.
Well, I guess so, because I got it for $1.99, but then Aldi had it for, I think, $1.69 for a pound. And that's what I ended up getting. But yes, I'm excited. I love green beans. I don't eat them that often, though. Mary T said, happy Friday, all. Hey, Mary T. It's a gorgeous day in beautiful British Columbia. Worked out in the yard this afternoon, then sat on the deck, retired my boots until next year.
Wow. That's
awesome.
That. Good job.
El Strange said 31 watching and 14 likes. Hit the thumbs up real quick.
Thank you.
Yes, please. Hit that thumbs up, y'all. It really does help our channel. So if you're watching right now, hit that like button, please, as it will help. And anybody else who's looking for a live because they're bored on a Friday night, maybe they'll stop in. Thank you. And then Patty said, we had an asparagus. Oh, we had asparagus tonight. And the only reason Daisy took a bite was because I cooked them in bacon grease.
Oh, nice.
Then she spit it out.
She just licked the bacon off of it.
Right. She was like, okay, I got the good stuff. This other?
Nope.
That's so cute. And they're so funny. Sharon said, air fryer, yes. It could also do deep fry. Ooh.
There you go.
I find that deep fry usually does make it a little crispier versus air fry.
That's why I was telling her what I want to do.
Oh, good. Here we go, y'all.
Is go to garage sales or one of the resale shops and buy somebody's old used. I know it sounds so gross. So buy a used air fryer. I mean, Fry Daddy like we used to have. Because that would make it nice also. Because what had happened was we tried doing old school in the skillet on that little hot plate here. It did not regulate the heat correctly. But if we have an air fryer, a Fry Daddy, it would. We can set it up right here and do it like we did last time.
Well, I liked how Lynette explained it. She said on those hot plates, what it is whatever temp you set it, it gets it to that temp. And as soon as it gets to that temp, then it just starts, it dies off. So it goes to, say, for example, you're trying to get to 250. It goes to 250. As soon as it hits there, it goes off. And then once it feels that it's dropped down to 200, then it turns back on. And then it's going up and down, up and down.
For frying.
And that just does not work for frying, right?
So we should have done it on the other night. We should have done it on the stove. Or like I said, if we had a Fry Daddy, it would have worked. We had 3 of them at one time. I had a single cylinder style without a lid on it.
Mm-hmm.
We upgraded to a double bucket one, but then we upgraded from that to the air fryer. So we thought we didn't need it anymore. Because back in the day, pre-keto, I used to love frying turkeys. And I got all this stuff. I got the big pot to do it in and everything like that. And I have the propane cooker and everything to put it on. And we used to buy the peanut oil. But we know now we don't do that anymore. So we figured we didn't need those appliances anymore. So we got rid of them. But now I'm learning we still need them.
No.
Or I still want them.
You want them. Because you actually had said, as of last night, you were like, but, really, as often as we fry.
That's what I'm saying. If we buy it used.
He's like, we don't really need it. Because even if we had it, where would we put it?
Oh, I found a place.
Radical Geek said, it's a convention prep. Oh, we have classes to make leather D20 dice bags. Oh, how neat. Nice. Leather badge holders.
I'm done with that.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
Leather dice trays for leather crafts. We have chainmail, foam, wire wrap, and crochet classes too. Wow, how fun is that? I would totally get into making all of that stuff. Carrie said, Shelly, the people that have seen the house didn't like the black on the vents in the ceiling. I didn't know I could clean it, so that could be a project this weekend. Oh, there you go. Yeah, I'm sure you could clean it. Just clean it up. And so it sounds like you must be selling direct. So, yeah, I was listening to Clark Howard the other day, and he was saying when you sell direct, or if you're there when they're doing their walkthrough, he said they will say some of the craziest and kind of demeaning things about the house. And he's like, so just don't take it personal. People are just going to try to nitpick everything because the name of the game is, oh, well, if it has this, then I can ask them to take this much off of the house.
Right.
And so you don't have to go overboard, like trying to do upgrades, but yeah, a nice, good, deep cleaning. I would say just deep clean the house, and that make a huge improvement.
Well, also, he says black, so people are kind of scared of that too.
Well, that's true. But yeah, and if anything, even if they're still a little black, I mean, you can always take some bleach.
Or paint.
Yeah, or paint. Mary T said, we are supposed to get one more snow before spring arrives. Hard to believe after today. Wow, it's hard to believe for me because we've already been hitting 80s.
Yep.
So when people are like snow, I'm like, snow, it's 80s. Which
that's how the other half lives.
Right, everybody way north of us.
Yeah.
Which this makes me super excited, y'all, because on next Wednesday, we are getting our attic insulation done. So the guy came this past Monday. He looked, went up in the attic, did his measurements, looked at everything. And yeah, basically what happened, you know how we had all of the damage in our ceiling and a couple other things? Huh?
The snowpocalypse.
Yeah, the snowpocalypse, and that went into the living area and stuff. The contractor we hired was supposed to replace the insulation, and he never did. So there is like no insulation. He said there was a few places like over the bedroom areas where there was like some old there, but through the years, whenever like we've had to replace certain things in the attic or whatever, he said, so there were some places where there was a little bit, but a lot of the old batting had already deteriorated to like basically nothing. But yeah, nothing over the whole kitchen, the living room, the laundry room. So that other contractor never replaced it. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, we're not surprised. It was pretty crappy. But anyways, so he's going to put in a blown in R38. And that's actually what's recommended for the Texas area.
How big a difference was his quote and his final price?
$85.
Really?
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
So the price he quoted me over the phone. And
without even looking at it.
Right. Well,
that's awesome, though.
He looked it up online.
Yeah.
But he came out and, yeah, so it's $85 more than he quoted on the phone.
That's awesome.
Which I already, like to me, when it comes to any type of home improvement, I always factor in like a 10% budget, like, so if the quote is $2,000, I'm like, well, budget an additional $200, right, y'all? So yeah, when he gave me the quote over the phone, I'd already kind of figured, okay, let's give a 10% and hopefully we'll be good. And we did. So he came out, gave the official quote, and then he was like, okay, so here it is. So whenever you're ready, just give me. And I'm like, no, I'm ready. Like, I called you out here because I'm ready. And he's like, oh, okay. Well, all right. Yeah. Let me get you on the schedule. I'll have to look because there's a couple other houses in the area that I'm going to be needing to do it. So if I get all three of you at the same day,
that's awesome.
And he's like, then that would be, good for him and good for us. And I was like, yeah, let's go ahead. Whenever. I said, I'm very flexible. Any day is good for me. He doesn't have to turn the electricity off or anything, which I didn't think so, but I double checked. And he said probably be done in a couple hours.
The only problem I got, honestly, I forgot to ask, when he's blowing it all in, will that machine be very loud? I don't remember.
It's in the truck.
In the street?
Yeah.
Okay, then. That'll be fine.
So he's going to have a pickup truck.
That's not going to be any louder than when the yard guy.
Yeah, that's what exactly what he said.
Okay.
He said it'll be like if there was lawn men.
Okay.
And then the other thing he did for me is he measured our attic door, and he said, here's your measurements. He said, we'll install it for free. He said, normally they would charge, I think, $135
just for install.
For the item, the part and installation would be about $135. He's like, but hey, if you go and get it off of Amazon, it's usually a lot cheaper, and we'll install it for free. And so I bought it off of Amazon for like, I think, $33.
That's awesome. He's like, I'm already in the attic. Why not?
Yeah. And so
that's awesome. I like this guy.
That was a lot cheaper. And then he'll put that in. So it's like an attic tent is what it's called. Mm-hmm. So I'm excited about that. Like, I feel like, ooh, we're going to be all fancy, y'all. Like, we're going to have, and it's like a little zipper. So when you need to go in the attic, you'll pull down the attic ladder, mm-hmm. and you'll see that tent. It's all enclosed, and you have to go up there and unzip it to actually get into the attic. So that's like awesome. double with the insulation there. So I'm excited about that. And he's going to be, he like messaged me, I guess on Wednesday, and was like, okay, can we do it next Wednesday? And I'm like, yes. So
I gotta wait that long?
I know. I'm just so excited. And it's fiberglass insulation. And so the lifetime of that is usually 80 to 100 years.
Nice.
So I think we're set.
Once, one done.
Right. So to me, it's worth it. And even him, when he went in there and he was like, oh my gosh, like the fact that he's like, one, you never want your drywall to get hot. He's like, so the fact that you don't have anything up there, he's like, oh my goodness. And he's like, so yeah, once you have this insulation, it's going to save you hundreds of dollars a month. And I'm like, yeah, I figure.
Why are you hitting on my wife?
What?
I'm saving you money. I said, why are you hitting on my wife?
Right. And I was like, yeah, I figure I'll probably make my money up by October this year. I figure March through October probably will pay in what I'll save in the electrical cost.
That's awesome.
So yes.
That goes towards a cruise. No,
it goes towards our next year vacation, our road trip. So yes, if y'all haven't heard, next year, March, what did we say? It was March 4th or 5th.
It's on the thing. I got the
It's on the thing, y'all.
Yeah. Well,
did I just hear it ding?
No.
Oh.
The map.
Oh, here it is.
Yeah. I didn't put the full date up there.
He titled this, y'all. This is so cute. He titled it Meeting the Horde 25. Okay, March 4th of 25 is when we will leave, and we'll be going from here all the way to Columbus. So we'll be going through a town near you. Hope, Arkansas. We're going to stay the night in Memphis. And then the next day, we'll be going through Nashville, and then Elizabethtown and Louisville. Don't know yet where we'll have lunch. So it might be Elizabethtown, Louisville. But we'll stop for coffee in Nashville since they have a Dutch. They have several, in fact. And then we'll be in Columbus that evening. We'll actually be in the Dublin area. So we're excited about that. And then we're just going to stay in Columbus. That's a Wednesday we arrive, and we'll be there through the weekend. And right now, tentatively, we'll be coming home starting Monday. And then I think we're putting together, we aren't really, but Maitreya, Radical Geek, again, amazing, and the wonderful Sharon.
Y'all are awesome. Thank you so much.
They have gotten a lodge for us to have a meetup on that Saturday, March 8th. So set your calendars now. March 8th, 2025, there will be a meetup in the Columbus area. I don't know the exact address yet.
We're in a group chat with them. I'll need to work with them on Sunday. So we'll put all the stuff together, and we'll pin a thing and put it in the group so everybody can go and see all the details on it.
Yeah, so we'll
reach out to y'all on Sunday, okay?
We're looking forward to that. So hey, you've got a year notice if you're anywhere near the Columbus area. So I know up to Cleveland, Cincinnati, Indianapolis, Kentucky, Tennessee. Just fly in from Washington and Oregon for those on the West Coast.
Right.
And we will be having that meetup on a Saturday. So we're super excited. I think right now, nothing's set in stone, but I think right now we're working on cooking as well. So we're going to have so much fun, y'all. I cannot wait. Sean asked, what are some good combos to mix together for creamies? Thinking about making chocolate and banana.
I've never done that, actually.
Ooh. Yeah, we have not done the mixing the flavors. But that sounds really good.
One of those. I'm going to load them up from there, right?
Sure.
I'm going to bring them all.
Okay. Mary T said, 15 now.
You tell me if you like it. We're going to go a little longer. Let me show them first.
Ooh, I think that looks good.
You like that?
Yeah, it looks good to me.
Okay.
Carrie said he hit the thumbs up and hit it again and again and again. Awesome, Carrie.
Plus one more.
Yes, plus one. Rita said, almost got a creamy at Costco last week, but got talked out of it.
Who talked you out of it?
Right, as your daughter say, oh, come on.
Who hates you?
No, you know what? It is an expense. Honestly, it is an expense to go through. And I was very, very skeptical. And Heath will tell you that I was very much opposed to getting it because I was like, we've already got an ice cream maker. We do not need another one. Oh my gosh, you guys. Look at this chicken. Oh, look at that.
Because what we had the Cuisinart that you put in the freezer, and it wasn't until KetoCon 2 years ago Pluto brought her creamy, and we shared an Airbnb with her, and she convinced us by letting us eat some of the creamy that we needed one also.
Look at these chickens. Don't they look so good?
So we sold our Cuisinart to the BSM.
The BSM. Oh, okay, Brian.
Yeah.
I was like thinking it was a name.
Oh, let me turn that off. We don't need the oven on anymore.
Right?
You know what I want? We didn't do last time. I want some tonight, though.
What?
I want some pickles on mine.
Oh, okay. That's fine.
Do we have any in here, though?
I don't know. But, and then here we go, y'all. Here we go. How much of the MCT should I put on these?
A very little. I don't want a whole bunch.
Ooh. It's looking good. We got the dauber on this one. That's why it's not pouring out. For those of you that watched the video, I took the dauber off so we can just pour. Mmm. And then we got our barbecue mayo. Oh, I am super excited.
Tongs.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's so hot.
Oh my gosh. This is so good.
Money, money, money.
Mmm. Mmm. But yeah, the creamy is a bit of an expense. And honestly, if it wasn't for Heath, I wouldn't have gotten it because I don't really eat ice cream that much, but that is like one of his favorite things. L Strange said, I just gave my Fry Daddy away last year. I just have too many devices and never used it. Avocado oil is too expensive to fill it. Exactly.
Well, that's why we have tallow. That's why I always want to buy more briskets so we have more tallow.
Mmm. Mm. Shauna said,
have
okay.
A napkin?
Yes. Okay. She said, okay, y'all. Sorry, but I can't watch the live and use my program, but wanted to stop in and say hi. Have a good live.
Howdy.
Well, thanks for stopping in, Shauna. And El Strange said, is he drinking a Bang?
No.
What is that? Is that
Rockstar? It's the cheaper version of Bang. We found it cheaper at Sam's.
And
it's the fruit
we
punch.
actually got it at Kroger.
Oh yeah,
a few weeks ago when they had them for 99 cents a can.
I think this was the one still from Sam's though. It's the fruit punch. They didn't have any of the flavored ones when you wear it.
Okay. Mom Bear Lynette said, time for me to hit the head. I will enjoy watching the rest of this early tomorrow morning. Have a pleasant evening, everyone. Well, you too, Lynette. And good morning, Lynette. Happy Saturday.
Oh, so good.
Yeah?
Even that dipping sauce is spicy.
Keto Simple. Hey, Destin said hello all. Happy Friday. How are you doing? He said on his way to Costco. Right? It is Friday. Terry said selling it wholesale. I haven't been there trying to sell to investors. Oh, okay. Caden said, I use Indigo Neely's protein breading and the egg white powder can burn easily. So I use my old Fry Daddy. The drop-in temperature is actually good because it won't burn. The breading burns easy. Oh, wow. That's something.
Oh, yeah. We wanted cheese, too.
Oh? Oh, yeah, the queso. Carrie said, I wish I had some paint, Heath. I would paint it. Right?
You have a spoon?
thought we were just dipping. Here's the leftover queso from last night with Mama Bear Lynette.
Good or not? I don't remember what you used this for.
Yeah, it's what I used to make the mayo.
Okay. This is the queso loco from Gringos.
Okay. Here's the chicken.
Just wish the fries were a little crispier.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
What?
I'm dripped.
Look at that chicken, y'all.
They're really good.
Did. I think even better tonight.
Yeah. And I was telling her I got a couple of a few weeks ago she got a pork loin and I sliced it and made chops. I want to do the same breading on that and do it with like gravy on it and stuff. Just fried pork chops with gravy. Maybe some mashed potatoes or something, or even color rice, probably good.
Oh, yeah. Mary T said, oh my gosh, you guys, a guy just flew over my house in a parachute.
Oh, wow.
Looking thing with a chair and a motor. That is crazy.
Is it MacGyver?
Right?
That's crazy.
Rickwood said, wow, Shelly, getting your attic with insulation will make a real change in your electric bill. Right? I mean, I've been saving like crazy. You know, that's part of the reason why we did no spin in January is because I've known we've needed insulation.
And those of y'all that came over for our pre-cruise meetup, when we came home from the cruise, I don't remember if we mentioned it before, but I'm going to tell y'all now. The cover over our deck, it was wild. I don't know how it happened. It actually just peeled off. Like you would peel a can open, like a can of sardines or whatever. The whole thing peeled off and laid on top of our roof. Me and my nephew had to pull them off, and then me and my buddy cut them up and put them out to the street. So that's the next thing we're saving up for too. So I got to get some guys out here to redo that for us.
Mm-hmm.
I think maybe I can get the Anthony's to do it though and help me.
Okay. Shauna said that she's listening in. She just can't see the chat, y'all. So she's still here. She just can't see what's going on.
Hustling.
So thank you, Shauna. You're amazing. Oh, flawed and filterless. Renee said, happy Friday, Horde. Finally off work, heading home, driving and listening. So hi, all.
Howdy, howdy, howdy.
That's awesome, Renee. And she goes, what are they getting? I missed it. I don't insulation. Oh, 22Q Cat told her. She's awesome. And let's see here. 22Q Cat said bougie insulation. Right. Well, you know, I figure
we're gonna have her come inspect it because she already knows the way up there.
Mm-hmm. Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
I just figured that, yeah, it's when I researched, the fiberglass blown in is kind of like top of the line, and it lasts the longest. And that's what I'm really looking for, because I feel like if I'm going to invest in something like that, which is an investment, I want it to be kind of one and done. So
my thing is do it once or do it again.
Right. So I want this to really last a long time. I mean, shoot, if it lasts the rest of our lives, that's amazing.
Right.
And I really think I'll get the money back by the end of summer. Because it, you know, like last year, those electric bills last year, y'all, it was like,
it hurt.
Yeah, it was worse than a car note.
Well, I can't drive my house around.
Mm-hmm. And Patty said, that's awesome. Sounds like you found a good attic guy.
Yeah.
I do too. And what's cute is his name is Royal. Royal. That's his first name, Royal.
That's fine. I had a customer earlier. Her name was Champagne.
Oh, that's kind of neat.
Yeah.
I bet she's had that wine. Oh, I have champagne taste. TQ Cat said the road trip. Yes, I was shouting, right? And Laura S said, love that title. Aw. And Radical Geek said, psst, thanking me. Look at how much you are traveling. We have traveled this whole nation.
That's told you. We've already done this once. My only regret to doing that was I did it before I met all of y'all.
We love road trips, y'all. Comment if you are a road trip fan.
The only tricky part this time is having Sam with us because he's never done this.
Well, he did too. KPL, remember?
Well, that's true. Yeah, but that was only a couple hours. Well, no, that's true. I was thinking KetoCon. That's true. Okay, then never mind. I don't have to worry then.
And so, we love road trips. Like, we just enjoy them. Now we have done basically this route a few times now, so I don't feel like we have to do a lot of sightseeing. But I like just seeing it all and just being on the open road and then getting to meet all of you. It's just gonna be so much fun. So to me, the traveling doesn't bother me. But I think that's because we're also Texans and we're used to it.
Because even if we wanted to go hang out and then see Lynette, it's an hour drive for us.
Yeah.
So, if we want to go see Renee, that's a 3-hour drive.
Mm-hmm.
Or Lisa, same thing. That's right here in Texas.
Mm-hmm. Patty said, I'm going to put in an HEB coffee order for you to bring to me. Okay, we'll do it. Awesome.
That's fine, because, Shauna's that way too. With the cheese.
Yeah, Lisa said she wants a t-shirt when we go to Grandpa's Cheese Barn.
Oh, where's that at?
So on Maitreya, Radical Geeks Coffee Talk, or today's Cheese Friday, I was in her live. Yeah, you were at work. And she was saying, well, since there'll be all of us, that Sharon and Maitreya and all of us, that we might have to make a trip to Grandpa's Cheese Barn.
Okay.
And Lisa was like, oh my gosh, I need a t-shirt that says Grandpa's Cheese Barn. And I was like, done. I already did. I was like, done. We're going to get you a t-shirt. So, yeah.
We love road trips so much.
Coffee,
yeah.
Let us know.
We love road trips so much. We actually did a cruise outside of New England.
Yeah.
And we redid that as a road trip, and we actually enjoyed the road trip more.
Mm-hmm. That because when they talk about let me see. Oh, okay. Give me 1 second. Sharon's asking for info. But yeah, the HEB coffee, anything, and we'll be putting our spices up, so it will be, if you're going to be anywhere near that and you're interested in any of our spices or hot sauces
or the barbecue sauce,
then we'll be bringing it with us. Sean said Columbus is actually closer to us than Nashville, so we might do that one. That'd be awesome, Sean.
That'd be amazing.
We would love that if y'all came out, you and Michelle. That would be such a fun afternoon, right? I just think it's gonna be cool, like all of us cooking. And people bringing, if you choose to. I think we're still working out the details, but if you bring food, like it's everything we've always talked about, where we've all wanted to get together and bring our food, right? So we could all share with each other.
I need another drink. Do you need one? Want one? I'll go to the garage and get you one.
Okay.
Do you care which one I want, or just grab one out the door?
Just grab it.
I want it, boss.
But that would be exciting.
So I'm going to crush it and get rid of it.
That'd be so great. Oh, I'm so excited. Keto Simple. I'm going to Columbus in the morning. Oh, what are you doing? Sharon said, that looks tasty. Oh, thanks. Rita said, yes, it was my daughter. She said, we didn't need an ice cream maker and don't have room for another small appliance. Darn it. Again, I think, if it was just me, I wouldn't have bought it because I don't eat ice cream that much. But Heath does enjoy having it a lot. So I think you have to weigh it in. Do you feel like if you had it, would you then be using it enough to justify the cost, right?
And I got to run to the bathroom real quick.
Okay.
Can you set me up, please?
Okay. You know that, and then what we actually do, listen to this, y'all. We don't have really counter space for it. So what we do, here's this rock star, is in our front room, there is an old table that Heath had built. And so we actually have it sitting in there in a corner. And so when he wants to make a creamy, he has to go in there. So he has to get out of the freezer and here, go to the front room to make the creamy. Because it's like there's no room in the kitchen for it. Flawed and Filterless said that chicken looks so dang good. What's it made with? Yes, ma'am. So I did about 60-40 blend, 60% pork rind crumbs. And this actually had the Porking Good Stupid Hot pork rind crumbs. And then 40% grated Parmesan. We just used the cheap stuff, right? And then a tablespoon of coconut flour. Just enough coconut flour so that it kind of pulls some of that moisture, that fattiness from the pork rinds. And then we added Texas 5 spice as a seasoning. And then threw the chicken in, but you'll have to go back and watch because the way I coated the chicken, it's really been so easy and an excellent way of coating it. Other than used to I would do it by hand, but this new way that made it so much easier, less mess, and really coated them.
Oh, the chicken.
Yeah.
See, I was wondering how it would work with the pork chops.
Yeah. Well. Yeah, might be a little different. Sharon said, love my creamy. Yeah, I think.
What I really love about them, too, is their customer service.
Mm-hmm.
That was really awesome. Mm-hmm. The cost charges, what, $15, $20, something like that? Mm-hmm. For shipping. You know what, though?
Yeah, really good customer service because, when it was basically breaking on us, and we hadn't had it 2 years, they shipped the whole new unit to us. For only the cost of shipping, which was like $17.
Yeah, let me do that instead.
What?
I don't need to be drinking 2 of these a day. Or, more than 2.
I
already had one this morning.
Wow, Brenda said she almost bought one at Sam's today. $159.
Well, that's a good price, isn't it?
Decided against it. Right. It is. It's a heart. Right. It's like, oh, gosh. $159. Like.
But how many buckets come with it, though?
There's 2, right? I think you just really have to weigh it out. And
how often you guys are going to use it?
Mm-hmm. And again, if you know anybody that has a creamy, this is what convinced me to finally say yes. Is because Blue Dove, y'all are familiar with Blue Dove. She brought it to KPL when we all had KetoCon, when we all had an Airbnb, and she made it. And I was like, okay, this really does taste like ice cream.
It's better than the Cuisinart.
Yeah, I think if you're used to buying like those keto ice creams at the grocery store.
Yeah, Halo and all that.
Yeah, that are, they're like, what, $5-6 a little pint? If you are somebody who buys that a lot, then yeah, the creamy is definitely the way to go. You're going to get better quality because you're going to use Ketochow. So it's going to be better quality, cleaner, and just as tasty. But if I feel like you're somebody who's like, I only like ice cream once in a while, then you really have to weigh out, is the $160 worth it? But that's me, like I'm frugal when it comes to things. So I really have to weigh it out.
2 of them. Tell them that story.
No, we returned one. Rita said, I do have a small dash ice cream maker. I only use once in a while. Yeah, see, we had one of those too. It worked really well once and then it stopped working right. Mm-hmm. But yeah. 22Q Cat said, I need to work for the Ninja Creamy people. I've talked 3 people to buy one so far. Not that it took much convincing. They just hear me talk about it all the time. My favorite appliance. Right, there you go. I find that I think most people who get the creamy end up really loving it. Most people. Sean said, next to my smoker, the creamy is the best thing I bought. Y'all know how much I love my smoker. Wow. That's awesome. L Strange said, I love cooking in tallow. Fry anything in tallow, and it's amazing. Yeah.
And like I said, when we buy the briskets, we buy them untrimmed, trim them, and make our own tallow. We still have bags of it in the freezer we need to cook and make, so that we work perfect for that.
All done.
You need help me with the pickles?
No. I don't want that many pickles. Here, I'll take 1 pickle.
I'll get a small one. A small jar and put it
in. Laura said, I've got to go. Husband's walking in from work, and I'm going to spend some time with him. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Good night, Laura.
Good night, good night, good night. Tell him we said hi.
Right? Uh-oh. I heard that. L Strange said, I found a bunch of bangs at Dollar Tree again. They had Bankster Berry and lemon iced tea. I stocked up. Wow. But it's, what, $1.25? Or did y'all hear this? Let me know. Some of the stores, and they're discussing to make it nationwide, they're going to change it to $1.75.
Oh, inflation.
Oh, that's a big increase from $1.25 to $1.75, y'all. Has anybody's Dollar Tree done that?
You need to change to $1 plus.
Right, exactly. Ooh. Keto Simple said, rock stars are my favorite, but they don't sell the one I like in stores anymore. I have to order from Amazon. Pepsi bought them a few years ago, and they changed the formulas. Well, I guess it's a good thing we didn't drink the old style, right? Do you mind if I put the spoon here?
No, that's fine.
And then I can put the lid on this.
I'll put a lid on cheese, too.
Okay.
I'm done. I'm going to get up and get another one of those and put the pickles on it.
Oh, okay. And then, yeah, there's your cheese. Crime scene. Wow, so what is the flavor of the Rockstar that you liked? El Stray said, Shelly, that is so cool about the meetup up north. Y'all should go live for a bit. Well, we'll see. We'll see. It'd probably be in the middle of the day Saturday. And then I just like being with everyone. So I don't want to. But maybe. We'll definitely film. I will be putting out daily vlogs. So it'll definitely be in that. Radical
so
Geek,
hopefully we'll have some guest appearances too.
Right. Radical Geek said, we have Beach Maple Lodge Saturday, May 8th. It's reserved. Oh, okay. Let me put that in here.
Is there a cap on how many people we can hold? I'm not worried. I'm just kind of, what do you call it? Brainstorming, spitballing.
Spitballing, huh? Beach Maple Lodge. Oh, good. I spelled it right. Oh, how exciting! Oh, wow. Look at this, y'all. We're already reserved.
See, this is what I love it too. It's our planning committee.
I know. So it's 100% happening now.
Now, be prepared. I'm putting the warning out now.
Oh, goodness.
For the next year, you're going to hear us talking about this, okay?
Right? Patty said, I can't remember the name either now. Yeah, not memorable. Oh, goodness.
What's it?
Something.
Oh.
Radical Geek said, it's Blacklick Metro Park in Reynoldsburg, Ohio. What is that? What's Blacklick Metro Park? That's where it's located?
The lodge.
Oh, okay.
Maybe? I don't know.
Sharon said, I found a picture of the tablecloth says Crafty Crab.
Aw. That's what we ate down here, remember?
Yeah. Patty said road trips are awesome.
Yes.
I know. I enjoy them.
In fact, I have, 4 different podcasts we can listen to on the way. And there's a couple you found too, remember?
Oh, that's right. I like the one.
Paranormal one.
I like the paranormal one, y'all. So I like the, what's it called?
I had my phone. I
It's not After Dark.
No.
But it's something like that.
No, that was the one that was on regular radio.
Yeah. But, yeah, I like listening to the paranormal ones, y'all. That's the podcast that I like to listen to. So let me know, what are your favorite podcasts? And what are you? Are you like, because I know some people really get into the true crime ones. I haven't really ever gotten into the true crime. Like, I like watching TV shows and I like mysteries. So you would think I would enjoy true crime, but.
And then I've been hearing a lot of times, a lot of people are doing it now. They're doing episodic podcasts. It's old school to have the radio. You have a radio show, and there's themed like actors and stuff.
Oh wow, that makes sense.
Talking through it.
Well, speaking of TV shows, the one we watched this week. Let me know if you have seen this.
It was really good.
Talking about a mystery. It was Death and Other Details. Who else has watched that show? I think it's on Hulu. Death and Other Details. It has Mandy Pataki in it.
Oh my gosh. I'm going to start cleaning some of this up.
Okay. I just adore him. I think he's so cute.
And I love the way he kept shifting in and out of an accent.
Right.
It's hilarious to me.
But I've always enjoyed him. And I was talking to my work sister and she was like, she goes, oh yeah, I remember him in CSI. I was like, oh girl, you're so young. I remember him in Princess Bride. Okay.
That's what they say, right? You date yourself by how you remember an actor.
Right, I know. So especially him. So that was a really good show. I want to know who else has watched it. Brenda said lack of insulation probably why your water line was freezing up.
Oh,
that's probably true too.
That's very true.
Right. See, it's gonna have so many advantages to everything. I'm just happy. I was telling Lakin, and she was like, isn't it fun being an adult sometimes? I'm like,
sometimes.
Right. I was like,
I'm kind of done adulting.
I was like, it really is. Like, I like these little things, I just feel so accomplished. And I feel so happy, I guess proud. I don't know. I'm just thrilled that I can do this update, y'all, because there have been times, especially like even when I was a child, that you just couldn't do it. Like we went air conditioner in Houston for 8 years when I was growing up because you just couldn't, right?
I'm still calling that child abuse.
And so the fact that I started saving, that was part of the January plan when it came to no spend Januaries, because I was like, I know we need this, and I kind of looked around to get kind of ballpark figures and doing it ourselves. And then I called Royal and got a good quote from him. And so I knew what the target was. And so I started really that's why we were really pushing things until I had all of that saved so that I can pay him then in cash and it be all done.
That's another reason why we didn't go on a cruise this year or going any real trips this year. Because of that, we earmarked those funds for the house.
Yeah.
That's adulting.
Right. Well, we have that. And then the next thing is I want to get 2 years worth of taxes saved up.
Yes. That's
so, yeah. So the taxes that'll be due by December this year, I want to have that saved. And then the ones that'll be due in 25, I want to have that saved so that in October, I open a CD with that money. And then that way, that money will earn a higher interest than even my HISA. And then when it pays the next October, if I need to, then I can cash it out to pay the taxes for that year. And if not, if I saved it in another way, which I'm going to keep doing, then I can just let that CD keep rolling over.
Yeah, turn that up and off.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just making sure. Thank you.
Tweety Q Cat said, love road trips, but only if I'm not the one having to drive. Yeah. you don't like to drive on it. I don't mind driving. I think
she enjoys it.
Yeah, but I'm kind of a type A. And so, and I'm very much the type that's get from point A to point B
as little time as possible.
Yes, and
she was trained by the Bandit.
And Heath is very much a, ooh, what's that? Let's exit. And I'm
Squirrel.
like, we don't need to exit.
Squirrel.
We don't need more jerky. You know how they'll have the big roadsides jerky ahead.
I gotta use the bathroom. She's like, tie it in a knot. Let's go.
I know, and yeah, because he needs to go a lot.
This is what got me banned from drinking
Zip Fizz. Yeah, and so he'll be like, "Oh, I'm going to need to use the," and he has to give me a 30-minute notice so that I can start planning out where's a good place to stop, so he can go use the restroom.
And when we use the bathroom, or when we do, we stop for gas or go to eat or whatever. It's like, all right, before we get in the car, you go use the bathroom. It's like she turns into Mama Bear.
Right? I'm like, go use it.
I was like, I don't need to. She'll go.
I'm like, I know you do. So yes, I'm very much like that, where it's just like get there.
I'm proud of myself too, though, because I found an idea. I mentioned it to her. She's like, oh, that's a good idea. We're gonna have to stop for gas at some point. So why not go to a Kroger or any grocery store that has a gas station, and instead of going and buying like we'll stop there to use the bathroom because it'll be cleaner too, and we'll get gas. We're going to go to the deli and get like a meat and cheese tray and have that for our dinner, our lunch.
Yeah.
Or even for our dinner or something.
Right.
Why not be a one-stop shop?
Right. Oh, and today, since I don't think I told you this, since I had my once a month, our direct team meets, the 8 of us. Mm-hmm. Excuse me, y'all. And that was today. And I told him, I said, because Alyssa brought up she likes to plan. Like she says, I have more fun planning a trip. And I said, well, guess what, y'all?
Watch this.
I said, you got a year. And in a year's time, I'm going to be in Springfield, Missouri. And I said, I don't know the exact date, but it's going to be like March 9th or 10th. And I said, so I'm specifically making it a way so that I'm going there so that I can meet y'all, or most of y'all. And they all got excited. So I'm like, no, dinner.
Okay, that's even better.
Because we'll be in, we'll have lunch somewhere between Columbus and Springfield.
That's fine.
And then Springfield will stay the night. So I told him, so I'll be staying the night in Springfield.
Well, that's good because we get the dogs to the hotel, and then we can go meet them, and we won't be as pressed for time.
Right, and we can meet them for dinner and to meet hopefully my manager and a couple of my coworkers.
That's awesome, man. They got excited about it.
Yeah, they were like, "Ooh!" So I was like, "You got a year notice." So, and that's most everyone. Yeah. There's a couple of the coworkers
on the outskirts.
Well, one lives now in New Mexico. One lives in the Dallas area.
We can see him on the way down,
maybe she didn't say. I want to see you.
That's fine.
And then I'm trying to think. So I think that's
pretty cool.
On our direct team, that's everybody. So yeah, I was so excited. Okay, Mary T said, I would rather road trip than anything. KPL would be my last flight. We are saving to buy a used RV.
Oh wow.
Oh, that is so fun.
When you get the RV, are you gonna make a trip to Houston? Are you putting in your spot, your stay at the Palace?
Right?
Because seriously, I don't remember if you saw when you were here, we have enough room in the driveway you can pull up and park it.
Yeah. That'd be so cool, though. Just driving around. Carrie said, you know what an old snowman is? A cup of water.
Something to say.
L. Strange said, HEB just had $2 off coupons for the HEB coffee. Oh, how nice. And Matreya said, oh, yeah, nice. And Marianne said, I enjoy road trips. I've been to KetoCon and KPL each twice from Florida. Yeah, wow. You really do drive it. I'm like, woo.
That's awesome.
That's awesome. Shauna said, sorry, had to run to the craft store next door, all about the scrapbook and pay today's tab. Oh, cute. Nice. Carrie said, I have my invisible coffee, which is water. And Brenda said, I just filled the date in my calendar.
Awesome.
That's so cool. Brenda said, I just marked March 7th through the 8th on my calendar. Oh, cool. Well, wait, because I thought you're near the Columbus area, aren't you, Brenda? So it's going to be Saturday. Oh, that's right, the 8th. I'm sorry, I don't know what I was thinking. So yeah, and we should be in Columbus by Wednesday the 5th. So we'll be there all week, and then we're just deciding if we're going to go home Sunday or Monday. But yeah, oh, exciting. Keto Simple said, I love road trips. See, y'all are awesome.
All these road kings, y'all need to make a trip to Houston.
I'm saying. El Strange said, I used my creami a bunch when I first got it, but now I only use it once every few months. The creami I am eating right now was made mixed over Christmas holidays. Yeah. I was thinking it might be eggnog. The creamy roulette, right?
That's awesome, though.
Well, and you know what I find too? Let me know who else is like this. Like when it's cool, I would say cool to cold, I don't personally want ice cream. But, you know, when it is like August, even July here in Houston, when it's just so hot, then I'm more apt to eat an ice cream.
Me, it's 365. I need it every day.
He'll do
all
it
day, every day.
Yeah, I'm very
eat them for breakfast.
Picky. Yes.
No, you're not. That's why you're with me.
That's why I am picky.
Okay, then.
I picked you.
Oh, awesome.
Radical Geek said, oh, yeah, the meetup. Let me know when you peeps are around and not at the meeting up. I have the truck shop lawyer meeting announcement end of the month. Nerds and Tandy would say hi at a different locale. Oh, my goodness.
Somebody stays busy.
I know. El Strange says, but I think it might be Snickerdoodle. She goes, I used to buy those ice creams from the store and it would kill my gut. Yep. Right. Yeah. And there's so many
wonky.
Well, depending on the brand. Yeah. Some of them have wonky ingredients, but it's just like when you read it, it's like this. You have to get a huge book to figure out what all's in it. Shauna said, laugh out loud. Okay. Back to listening in. And then Brenda said, MapQuest has me 3 hours and 22 minutes from Beach Maple Lodge. Oh my gosh. I didn't know it was that far for you. Brenda, wow. I'll definitely be there. Oh, good. Well, I'm so excited you're going to come.
This is awesome. Everybody's already penciling it in. That's amazing. Y'all are awesome.
No.
Seriously, that's the whole reason why we're doing the trip, because we want to meet up with all of y'all.
Keto Simple said, tomorrow is Keto Ohio. That's awesome, fun.
Y'all have fun with that. That sounds awesome.
No, that's so cool. Sean said, I paid $120 for mine just after Christmas. It's the first edition one, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what we have, yeah.
Yeah, and I'm definitely somebody, I'll just wait till it's, and that's what I told him. After we had, so at KetoCon, I think that was in June that year, we didn't buy it right away. I said, no, when it goes on sale, I'm going to wait. And it just happened at Black Friday is when it dropped down to like $99. But see, I didn't know yet that Amazon would drop it that low, but Sam's had it for $100 or like $105. So I bought it on Sam's. And then Amazon announced theirs for $99. So I bought theirs. Yeah, or maybe it was Prime Day. So I bought theirs. It was like a day between the two. So I bought theirs and then did the stop or the cancel for Sam's. Because I was like, well, save a few dollars, right? And I think the Amazon one came with like a little bit extra stuff.
It's like I tell my customers, they apologize for me for being cheap. What if they, no, I'm sorry. You're not cheap. You're budget conscious. I admire that.
That's right, right?
That's something to be proud about.
We're budget conscious.
That's something to be proud about. I said, that means you are adulting.
Right.
I said, look what all else you can do with that money you just saved.
I know. Sharon said, I only use 2 buttons on my creamy. Light ice cream and respin.
Right. I do mine every once in a while. I add in a mix in. But it's rare.
Mary Ann said, I have a creamy, but almost never use it. I can really only enjoy ice cream in the middle of summer. Yeah. I just get too cold. See, Mary Ann? That's how I am. Like, it has to be really hot outside.
It was like the other night when we made these when it was so hot. I remember I was crying. So I went from crying to a brain freeze. Crying to a brain freeze. eating that ice cream.
Sharon said, me too, but I get my use out of it when it's warm.
Yes.
Right. There you go. And Flawed and Filterless said, yes, Dollar's Tree has increases on everything. I buy readers there and they're going up to over $2 or more, which is still cheaper than anywhere else.
But it's the principle.
Did you check Temu? Because I got Heath new blue blockers off of Temu for like $2.
Yeah.
So, I mean, next time you're going to order for Temu, look for reading glasses. You probably get like a dozen for $2 on Temu.
Yeah.
Island Bunny. Hey, Zenobia. She said, Huffin, love my creamy. Oh, I bet. Caden said, our local butcher sold us a gallon of filtered lard.
Oh, awesome.
Wow. We have fried shrimp and chicken strips. Family loved it. We have also used beef tallow and bacon grease. Wow, that is nice.
That propane burner I was telling you about. How big is that? How big around is that thing? Like this, right? Well, I was thinking we could set it up outside and fry. We could fry it outside. So if it does splatter, it'll just go onto the concrete.
That's true.
No.
Yeah, because that's how we measure things. Oh, so this is
right.
I'm gonna put it right here. So let me go over.
And your hand just moved.
Yeah, that's exact. Keto Simple said, creamy and Keto Chow are a match made in heaven. Right. It really does go well together. Flawed and Filterless said, just take lots of pics and video and post your footage in a video later. Enjoy being in the meetup moment.
Right.
Yeah, because I kind of think that's what we're going to do. And especially all the shenanigans we're going to get into beforehand when we're setting everything up at the lodge.
You can do too, though. We can set up the camera on a tripod, like off in the corner, so it can film everything, and everybody just walk up and start talking to it, telling everybody highs and buys and stuff.
Oh, that would be fun, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
That'd be a lot to edit, though.
No, we don't need to edit. We just post it the way it is. Or that's how we go live. Everybody just walks up and starts talking to everybody.
Well,
we don't do comments. You just go up and talk. I don't know. It's just an idea.
Yeah.
I didn't say it was a good idea.
I like the first one, but maybe put a time frame. Like, here's an hour. We're setting this up. So if you want to be part of our video, go over there and introduce yourself and say your favorite
we could set
food
an easel
or something.
With a questionnaire on it. People they interview themselves.
Right? That's true. Be like, hi, I'm so-and-so and blah, 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 blah. And that'd be fun, wouldn't it? I like that idea. I think that's cute. Toy TQ Cat said, I'm always cold, but I love my ice cream even in the winter.
Yes.
I get under my electric blanket on the couch and eat my creamy.
You could be like Rachel and just eat your ice cream in the bathtub. Remember?
Right? Sharon said, Beach Maple Lodge is max 72. Oh, well, that's pretty good. I don't think we'll exceed.
Anything bigger than that, it's then it becomes a party.
Right?
And it's no longer a shindig.
Oh, Sharon, you're so awesome. She said, then we could do a photo backdrop. So have a backdrop and then have the camera and then they give it, Hi, I'm Shelly. And my favorite keto meal is
shrimp.
No, it would not be shrimp, y'all.
Not even the Key West shrimp?
Pork belly Brussels. That's probably my favorite.
That's good too.
Right? What did you say? Not even what?
The Key West shrimp, pink shrimp.
I mean, I like those are the shrimp I find edible. Let's put it that way. I'm not a huge seafood person. I love salmon, but most seafood I'm like, I'll eat it maybe, but it's not my favorite. I'm a beef queen.
Mm-hmm.
Like beef is where it's at. I would say it's beef, bacon, and you'll understand. Beef, any beef, except I would say except for certain. No organs on this list. So beef, sirloin at the bottom of the beef list, but I would still eat it. And then I would say bacon.
But no beef bacon.
Right. And then I would put chicken. And then I would put the rest of the pork products. And then I would put seafood.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's me. L Strange said true crime, and Bailey Syrian does a dark history. Yeah, I think I've seen her.
Yeah.
Is she the one that does the makeup when she's talking about it? I've watched hers on YouTube. Sean said, haven't heard of that show.
What?
Oh, The Death and Other Details. It's on Hulu.
It's really good.
If you like a good murder mystery.
How many episodes was it total? It was only 7, wasn't it?
Was it 7? I thought it was like 9.
Yeah. But we did it in like 2 days.
Yeah. Because we were like, no,
Straight
keep doing it.
it.
Keep doing it. I don't care that it's 10 p.m. at night. We're going to watch.
There's only one left. We're staying up.
El Strange said, I love Mandy.
Yes.
How do you say his last name? Pataki.
I think that's correct. I think it's correct.
I can never pronounce.
I
love
really
him too. Yes. And I don't know if y'all on TikTok, his son interviews Mandy and his wife.
Oh wow.
And does like little questions or little
his mom or his stepmom?
I think it's his mom.
Okay.
But
you said his wife, so that's all I wanted.
Well, I meant Mandy's wife.
Yeah.
Well, I guess. I don't know. But anyways, he interviews his parents, which is Mandy and his wife, and he'll just ask different things or talk about different things, and it's just cute.
There's only 2 other names per se on that show that we recognize, but I can't remember the actors' names now. the one
Oh, the one that was Llewellyn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The lawyer.
Yeah.
And the other one, his friend. That was the main reason behind it. Remember he was in Mad Men.
Yeah, I was in Mad Men. One of the actors from Mad Men, not John Hamm. Sorry, yeah. Lisa, not him.
Well,
but
supporting cast.
Yeah, and then the same thing with the lawyer.
I remember him most from Raylan Givens.
Justified.
Yeah.
Yeah, and a lot of young actors and actresses.
Those are the only other 2 actors that I remember from other stuff.
Right. And we are at the age, let me know who else is there with us, that when we're watching a show, we can't just watch the show. We go, ooh, pause. Hey, isn't that from so-and-so? And then, we have to pause and then go check and be like, oh, we're so good. Look at us. We recognize.
High five.
No, turkey. And we're like, ooh, look at us. We knew. Okay, let's get back to the show. And then while the show's going, then you're like, he was just so good at that show. Remember? Blah, blah, blah. Yes, we're that couple now.
Or whenever it gets to a low point where they're not actually talking, but it's not a commercial break. I was like, oh, let's go pause it. Let's go make our drinks or go use the bathroom.
Mary T said, I love paranormal stuff too.
Yes.
I even confessed to watching ghost hunts on YouTube.
Yes.
And lately I've been watching people debunk the ghost hunts.
I love that too.
Right. And actually one of my Facebook friends, her husband's in the UK, and he just started a paranormal YouTube channel.
Oh, nice.
So I went and subbed to it, but he doesn't, I don't know. It was a little hard for me and not as engaging.
He didn't speak American.
Wow. American. Sean said, I love Mandy P. I posted a video of him singing Somewhere Over the Rainbow. Oh. Yeah, wasn't that this week? He was incredible. I know. So you got to watch that show then, Sean. Keto Simple said, the Rockstar flavor is OG throwback sugar-free. Oh, okay. Just the regular.
I don't know if I've had that one.
Well, yours, you do have just the plain sugar-free.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know if that's the original. I don't know. Yeah. I didn't find them till recently. Uh-huh.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I just saw that our chat got something. Okay. And Mary T said the debunkers are hilarious. I also like trash TV podcast.
Oh.
Easy to listen to at work. I don't have to pay too much attention, right? And you're like, ooh, oh, okay. That is something. One of my my work sister, she's been watching Love is Blind. Does anybody watch that? Not talking about trash TV.
Well, it's not trash, but it's nostalgia. What we've been watching lately.
Oh, yeah, our filler.
We're catching up on old episodes of The Golden Girls. That show is so good.
We started from season 1.
Yeah.
Anybody remember in the pilot, they actually had
A servant.
A gentleman who would like do their cooking and cleaning in the house, but he was only on the pilot episode.
Yeah.
Radical Geek said, yeah, 72 max capacity, but also max 61 vehicles.
Oh.
Okay. We would want to cap at 60 attendees to not be crammed to the gills. Right.
Fine,
I think that's good. But honestly,
I don't think we're going to be close to that anyways. So
right.
That's good, though. That means there's plenty of room, so we're not going to feel
on top of each other.
Yeah.
Right. Mary T said, hubby drives. I hang out the window and take photos.
That's awesome.
Right. I can see you do that. So my best shots come from hanging out the window.
That's awesome.
Sean said, I drive the same way, Shelly. I call it driving in DC mode. Joe knows all about that mode. Okay, so you're saying I drive like a DC person, but I hate DC and I live in Texas. But yeah, that's how I am. Is Michelle, does she get aggravated like Heath does with me? Because he'll be like, I need to pee. And I'm like, ah. And yeah, or he'll want to stop at all the different things.
I don't want to do this time. We gotta get there.
Okay.
We gotta see our people.
You heard him, y'all.
Well, because like you said, we've already done all the sightseeing. There's nothing to see now.
Well, because sometimes you'll be like, ooh, look, beef jerky, let's go look.
No,
or ooh, sausage.
I don't care about that now though, because we're also bringing a bunch with us, and we're bringing the hot logic.
That's true. Renee said, I like to compete with the ETA given by my navigation system to see how much I can shave off. Yes. Exactly.
That's her game. Yeah.
Yeah. If I see it says, oh, this will take you 4.5 hours, I'm like,
watch this.
Let's see if we can make it to 4. And then I hate when I'm in the left lane and somebody's going slow. I'm like, excuse me.
You're in my lane.
I know that the roadside says 70, but that's a suggestion. That's the minimum. So you need to get your 70 mile per hour car out of my lane so I can be hitting a 90, y'all.
What I love too, though, whenever her niece was learning to drive,
oh yeah,
her mother told her, her grandma told her this. She goes, well, just because it says 70 or 65 doesn't mean you have. Oh no, she said it was 55. Just because it said doesn't mean you have to go that fast.
Yeah, because my mom says,
don't listen to her. You're actually going to get a ticket doing that. She goes, what? Yes, you can actually get a ticket for impeding traffic.
Right. As my mom sees where it says the speed limit, she's like, that's the max you could go. I'm like, okay, like I know you spend a lot of time. You grew up in California and you spend a lot of time in Oklahoma. Which I'm not sure exactly how Oklahoma drives. I'm like, but here in Houston, where you spent better part of your life, the speed limit sign is the minimum you go.
Right.
Like the only time we go the 65 or 70 that's listed is when there's a cop present.
In fact, I've even had a cop tell me, one of my buddies,
yeah,
5, you're fine. 10, you're mine.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, but honestly, that's just if there's a cop around. If there's no cop, if the speed limit says 70, we're going at least 90.
And then I was also told that the DPS, the Department of DPS, the public safety, the constables and everything, or no, the DPS will not. Oh, wait, no. That wasn't DPS. It was the constables. The sheriff's office will not write a ticket.
Oh, because they're elected.
Because they're elected officials, and especially in an election year, they will not. But where you get your ticket is from a city folk, the city cops.
Yeah. Yeah, or the subdivision constable.
Yes.
I've gotten that before. Yeah. Like, oh my goodness. I just think 20 is a little too slow for a subdivision.
Especially as long as ours is.
I know. It takes forever.
We're the 14th Street back. And we're in the middle.
I know. I feel sorry for those way in the back. Keto Simple said, I like this serial podcast, season 2 and 3. I loved Heavyweights podcast. Joe Rogan, of course, though we were listening to a thing a few nights ago about Mel's Hole, a story from the 90s. Wow. Mel's Hole. I'll have to look that up. That sounds interesting. Wow. And right, talking back and forth. Then Dustin said, we got Apple TV Plus from T-Mobile, and we've watched Shrinking season 1, amazing, and we're currently watching season 1 of Loot. It's so good too. Okay, we'll have to look that up. Shrinking,
and Loot.
Sherry's here. Hey, Sherry.
She
said, good evening, all. Good evening. Mary T said, it's great when people come to visit and bring their own house.
Right.
We will take you up on that offer, Heath. Oh, good. You better.
Let me know when you're coming. I'll smoke a brisket.
I mean, wouldn't that be fun? You just bring your own house.
Yeah.
You're like, okay, then you got to go out there to sleep.
You can stay in Shauna's room.
That's true. We have one room. L Strange
and
said,
I have an air mattress we can put in the front room.
Well, they'll be in their RV.
I know.
L Strange said, having a creamy under an electric blanket is an experience. Oh, really? Wow. Radical Geek said, I like the We Hate Movies podcast. Oh, okay. I'll have to look that up. We hate movies. Oh, goodness. Sherry said, I can do the Keto Chow core without issue in the creamy. Oh, good. I am hit and miss on whether or not the regular Keto Chow will mess with my tummy.
Oh.
Yeah, sometimes I feel that too. If I have too much Keto Chow, it kind of messes with me. But I haven't narrowed it down to whether it's core or not.
I've kept messing with that. Remember the few times when I drank the Keto Chow for breakfast and stuff, it would mess with me.
Oh, yeah, the shake.
But it seems like the ice cream doesn't do it, though.
But you know what? Don't you want to go get one of Mom Bear Lynette's treats?
Okay. Should I bring the whole bag in here and show it off?
If you want, sure.
Because then we can pick out which one we want.
Sherry said, I got my creamy on the buy-sell trade for $70, and it came with 7 cups.
Wow.
People got it as a gift and hated it.
Do you want another drink?
No. Win for me. That is awesome, that's Sherry. Awesome. Way really to be frugal. See, that's one thing you might want to do, Rita, or anyone else who's thinking of a creamy. Check your buy, sell, or trade on Facebook. Or, the Facebook Marketplace, even eBay. You'll be surprised how you come across a deal. So check that and just see. I mean, shoot, if you can save and only pay half, it's worth it. Sharon says, Google says 55 minutes to the lodge from my house. Okay. Well,
who said that?
Sharon says it's 55. Oh, that's good. Well, I wonder how far it is from Dublin. I'll have to check.
Yeah, where are we staying? They're there now.
Yeah, Sherry said, I tried beef bacon. I wasn't a fan either. Isn't this adorable? Look at her little Easter bag. Isn't that cute? This is what
Lynette did for us last night, y'all.
It is, and she even put Easter grass in here.
And what's really cool, y'all, like I said, she lives about an hour from us, but she drove up here to meet us for dinner.
She made like an assortment of stuff. So here's a cookie.
Oh, those are so good.
And then what is this? Some of it's fudge. We'll get it out so y'all can see. Oh yeah, that. Oh no, that might be everything. Yeah, because she made you a dozen cookies.
Oh wow!
I know.
I want some of the fudge.
Okay. That over there. Okay. So here's more macaroons, and let's see what this is.
Maybe that's what I want.
Oh, those, and they're lemon coconut macaroons. Okay, here's the little fat bombs.
Ooh, I want those. So yeah, you're already in there.
Well, I thought we were going to sample all of these.
No, I'm going.
And so I forget. This is the pecan sticky butter.
Yeah, sticky bun.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's so good.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That is so good. But yeah, the beef bacon, I was not a fan of. Oh, I got two things out. No, this is the fudge. Okay, never mind. Yeah, I know some people love bacon, but what I found is that it.
Well, remember we went to that Jewish
It just
deli?
is not bacon. And here might be a controversial stance, but can we just keep bacon? Stop trying to name things bacon that are not bacon. Turkey will never be bacon.
Bacon.
Here, I was getting you one. So here's another one. I forget. I think this is some kind of nut butter, and she did a chocolate. These are amazing.
Okay. Okay.
Mm.
You want to mix these two?
Go right ahead. Oh my gosh, it's so good. But yeah, that's my feeling when it comes to bacon. Stop calling things bacon. There's only one thing that's bacon, and that comes from the pig. Anything else, any other animal, it is not bacon. Just call it something silly, like, okay, here's some beef belly or something.
I just remember we went to that one Jewish diner. I forgot all about that. And I remember, because they're Jewish, they don't have pork bacon.
I know. We went there for breakfast, and I was all excited because to me, breakfast means bacon.
And we forgot.
And we forgot that it was a Jewish deli. And they were like, oh, we have beef bacon. And I was like, oh, okay. And then when he brought it, I was like, this is horrible. How do you serve this to people?
Never again.
Here's the lemon macaroon. This is so good. Look at how cute these are, y'all.
She is such a good chef.
She
really
spoils us.
Can we put her in order for another batch? I'm not fighting it. I'm taking it all.
Lisa said, I was just thinking about Shelly's shrimp salad that we made on the cook-along last year. It was super yummy. Mm-hmm. Right? That was good. Patty said, Mandy Patinkin.
Oh.
Patinkin.
I'm really messing it up.
Patinkin. Radical Geek said, oh, I freaking love beef bacon. It's expensive, though. Well, good for you.
You have mine.
Patty said, Mandy Patinkin.
So like I said, I'm just butchering it then.
Patinkin, or maybe I'm still mispronouncing. Elstridge said, I have never tried beef bacon. I've only seen it at Sam's. It was really expensive for a dice roll.
Yeah, hey, you ain't missing nothing. Trust me.
That's how I feel. But you saw, Maitreya loves beef bacon, so you might love it.
Go to a Jewish deli and just get some.
Shauna said, I'm cutting out Texas. Laugh out loud, literally. Uh-oh. I thought I felt some movement. Mary T said, I've been hearing lots about Love is Blind, but haven't dived in yet. Have to draw the trash TV line somewhere. Well, I would say do it after that. I did see season 1 of Love is Blind, and I'm telling you, it is truly trash TV, but I was watching it, and Heath wasn't, but this is so typical, right, ladies? He wasn't watching it, and then I would watch it like going to work or something, and then he would see it when I was watching on his lunch, and he's like, what are you watching? And he's like, oh, that seems like BS, whatever. And then a couple days later, he's like, oh, so what's going on now? Who's doing what? Who chose who? And then he got into it. He's like, no, let's watch it.
I don't remember that.
Right.
I don't know, housewife.
Mm-hmm. But if you're into trash TV, Love is Blind is where it's at. Sean said, yes, she does.
What is it?
You know how you get aggravated with me where I'm like, no, we're not stopping yet. You can hold it. Hold it. If we just make it to this point, you can hold it. Mary T said, nothing worse than an indignant person driving the speed limit in the passing lane. Exactly.
No, it's even worse when driving under the speed limit. I'm really convinced some people, their only purpose every day is to leave the house to get in your way.
Mm-hmm.
There's no other way around it.
So, y'all, I got called for jury duty Tuesday. So I went this past Tuesday. I picked this week because I was like, well, it's spring break down here, so I figured it wouldn't be as busy. So I had to drive downtown Houston to go to jury duty, and but I had the afternoon slot. So apparently in Houston, you either are assigned in the morning, which is like 8 in the morning, which is just ridiculous, or 12:30. So I got the 12:30, and apparently whatever you're chosen, whether it's morning or afternoon, that's what you'll always be chosen.
Oh, wow.
So I'm always going to be afternoon. But
I know you.
Right? So that was nice. I got to sleep in Tuesday and then get up, be casual and leave.
8:30?
Yeah.
Wow.
But yeah, so on the way there, right, and I'm basically going the left-hand lane because I'm trying to get downtown. There's this guy in front of me that every time there was an 18-wheeler in the right lane next to us, he like didn't want to pass him. He like would slow down, even sometimes put his brakes on, and there's nobody in front of him. And then it was like he was scared to pass the 18-wheeler. I'm like, well, I said some few choice words. We can't say that. Well, I didn't have one.
Well, I only had 3 or 2.
Oh, goodness. That's a big one.
I know. You see?
Yeah, I just want the heart. And so I was just like, get out of the way. Like, why are you in the left-hand lane? And especially in Houston, it's 5 lanes to choose from. Choose one of the other 4, especially if you're scared of an 18-wheeler. I'm like, they're in their own lane. We're in our lane. You can pass them. Oh, so aggravated. And then finally, I got downtown, had the free parking. There was plenty of parking. There's a designated jurors parking. It's like 2 blocks away from the juror assembly area. So I went and, where they said to, and I went and parked there, and there was plenty of parking because they said first come, first serve, but I was good. I did get there about 45 minutes early. Yeah, and then the cookie. Oh, and then what did you do with the street? Oh, okay. And so, and then I went in there and they said, oh, yeah, there'll be, charger ports and blah, blah, blah. Not in the assembly area. You had to sit out in the lobby area if you wanted to charge your device. So waiting in the assembly area is just kind of like stadium seating. And finally, I saw other people going out to the lobby. So I was like, well, F this. And I went out in the lobby, charging my phone, talking to Heath mostly because it was his day off, and just scrolling and everything else. And then finally, after, I guess, almost 2 hours, they were like, okay, they decided no trials needed today. So everybody's dismissed. So, and they still paid us. And what they do now here in Houston, at least, or Texas, you get a MasterCard, and it actually says on there jurors card.
Oh, wow.
Or courthouse funds, something like that. But they give you a MasterCard. So when you check in, when you get there, well, you have to pre-check in before your actual jury duty, which I did that. When you get there, then they take your little slip that you got mailed, and then they give you the MasterCard, they scan them. And then they said, well, depending on, if you are released today, then it'll just be the $30. And apparently the Harris County district attorney or whoever, well, anyway, she said they got it increased because I remember it used to only be $6. And anytime it was $6, I was like, just donate that, like $6. But $30, I was like, oh no, $30. I can do some stuff with $30. And so I'm not donating that, even though they had to mention donating it at least 100 times, because they kept saying, if you want to donate, here's a form. Anybody want to donate? Come get this form to donate your funds. Okay, last chance, come up here and donate. And there was a lot of people who went up there to donate. I'm like, ooh, okay, well, I guess you're rich.
Word of the day is.
Right. I'm like, you're rich. I ain't going to donate $30.
That's a half a tank of gas.
Well, I was like, that's half of our grocery budget.
Right.
So, yes. So they give you a MasterCard, but
that's straight coffee.
Right. But if you have to work, or if you do actually get, a case and it lasts more than a day, then it's like $58 for the second day. Like it goes up. So anyhow, didn't have to, left there. They validated the parking, so didn't have to pay for that. And then we got $30, and I actually got a notification that night that the card was loaded, so it's all ready for me to use tomorrow.
Dutch.
Keto Simple says no to commercials, right? Patty said, OKC drivers are insane. Small town OK isn't as bad. Okay, so insane how? Maybe that's the Oklahoma in me that's coming out when I drive. Maybe we could just blame it on me being an Oklahoman.
Well, that's why one of my favorite stories is y'all heard of AJ Foyt, famous race car driver.
Mm-hmm.
He's from Houston, and he says the most dangerous thing he's ever done is drive in Houston traffic. And that's the guy who drives 200 miles an hour around the racetrack.
Well, I mean, we're going pretty close to that.
Right?
So this Mama Bear Lynette made the
Thank you again, Lynette. Thank you.
She did like a Samoa type cookie.
It's way good, too. One I had earlier, it came apart. It made it more fun to eat.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I put it on the towel.
Mm-hmm. Oh my God.
Crack it. Cracking cookies.
And Mary T said, knock on wood, I've been driving for 50 years and have not once ever been pulled over.
Don't jinx yourself.
Which is surprising, as I've had a lead foot and an angel on my shoulder, apparently, right? Mary T, like, we have to be related somehow, because that is definitely me. Like, I have a really heavy lead foot, yeah. Even Heath sometimes gets a little scared.
Slow down, Turbo.
Oh, that looks so pretty, Shauna. Shauna just sent me a picture of the 2023 Cruise album. Thank you. Keto Simple said, we've watched Golden Girls all the way through a few times.
Oh, wow.
It has been a long time since I've watched Golden Girls. And so, yeah, some of it I'm remembering. I guess I didn't remember Dorothy kind of being so mean to Rose. Like, they constantly make fun of her.
Mm-hmm.
Constantly. And Blanche, I don't know, who's your favorite Golden Girl, and who's yours?
I remember her name now. Sophia.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. It might be Blanche.
Mm-hmm.
I need to see, she's so fun, and she's just so cute. When she's always like, oh, he wants me. Like, every man she meets wants her. I mean, that's just hilarious. Sean said, if you like animated shows, Vox Machina on Prime is great. Okay. 22Q Cat said, look at that bag of goodies. I am saying. Mary T said, you are so lucky to live near Mama Bear Lynette.
I'm telling you.
We are. I mean, just the fact that she even took time out of her busy day, because y'all know she has her own tailoring company, and she is just always so busy. And the fact that she took time to have dinner with us, to me, that was gift enough.
And it was her idea too.
I know. It's so awesome. Sharon said, Google says about 35 minutes from Dublin. Oh, that's perfect.
That's good.
It's on the eastern side of the 270 loop. I bet it is. Swilson's here. Hey, Stacy said, hello, guys. And Shauna laughed at turkey, not bacon. Exactly.
Bacon.
20TQ Cat, are those goodies all things Lynette made from Ketochow? Yes. She used several different flavors of Ketochow and made all of these. Radical Geek said it's super easy to get to the lodge. It's off a highway loop and there isn't wild traffic. Now, do y'all have toll roads? Like, when you say loop, a lot of times we think loop is
that's what we call it. We have 3 loops here in Houston. We have inner loop, is what they call it 610. It's one center. It goes around Houston, and then we have the outer loop, which is Beltway 8. And then we have another one.
Which is a toll road.
It's a toll road. Then we have another one that's another toll road that goes around that. So we have 3.
Yeah. So when you say loop, is it a toll road? Like, do we need to get a toll pass?
Only the original is not a toll.
Yeah.
The little one.
Because like when we did a big road trip from here straight up to, what was that, North Dakota. Mm-hmm. And then we went all the way east to the very end east, and then back down south along the coast there. I looked up ahead of time to get any toll passes that we would need for the various states. And I think all we needed was Illinois, but I think our Texas one covered that. Mm-hmm. And then one in New York. And I feel like there was one another place. Mm-hmm. I can't remember. Patty said, you said his name correctly when you read what I wrote. Oh, just think Tinkerbell.
So I'm saying it incorrectly.
Patinka. No, now I forgot. Patinkin.
So like I'm saying, so I am saying it incorrectly.
Right. Okay. I said it. Patinkin. Like Tinkerbell. Patinkin. Radical Geek said, and I will get there stupid early and do fussy stuff since I love doing that. Well, can we join you?
We love helping also.
I like being fussy.
Oh, I know.
You're one to talk.
I love you.
You're one to talk. He does fussy too. You should see him before the lives. Oh, no. We need to move it here. No, this needs to go here.
You're going to eat that?
No, I was saying, I figured you'd put it in one of your creamies.
That's what I was thinking about also. Well, what I did earlier, I don't know if you saw that cup in the sink. I poured it on the sink and the cup and then drank it.
Mary T said, my hubby watches all the trash with me, and it was him that turned me onto Big Brother 10 years ago. Wow. I remember saying, what is this crap you're watching? Now I'm hooked as hell. What is it about the trash TV, y'all? Like, when I watched that I was like, Love is Blind. What is this? You know, like sometimes you're like, well, I'm bored. I'm caught up on all my YouTube channels. Now what? And it came across and I was like, what the heck is this? And I was like, oh, really? No, she didn't. Or, oh, no, he better not say that. And then he started watching it and he was like, now wait, there was, okay, what's this? And then you started actually liking it. Like you were like, I like this. That she better say yes. It's cute. 20TQ Cat says, Big Brother rocks. That's awesome. I only watched Big Brother, I think, a couple times. Mm-hmm. No, I was back in the day. I was really big into Survivor and what was the race?
Amazing Race?
Amazing Race. I don't even know if they're on still now, but I used to watch those like all the time. Like, oh, is it back on? Okay, I'm watching these. Sean said, I have to drive on a lot of 2-lane roads to get anywhere. I really hate rolling up on someone doing 40 and a 55.
Right.
I passed a few on a double yellow line because they were just going too dang slow. Yeah, like that just is so annoying. Like, I don't get it. Why? If you are someone, no hate if you're someone that's like, hey, if it's 55, I'm going 40. Just explain to me why. What is your thought process?
It's safer.
No, I want to know what your thought process is. If you're on just a 2-lane road and the posted speed is 55, why do you do 40? Like, what's the thought? Maybe if I understand where you're coming from, I won't get so aggravated next time I'm behind you.
Right.
I probably still will be aggravated, though. Sharon said, when I was working, my company covered my daily wages for jury duty. Yeah, I got that covered as well. So I went in fact, I didn't even have to use my PTO. They already had it built in, jury duty pay. And so I went in and did that like 2 or 3 weeks ago, whenever I knew the date, and put that in. And yeah, it was approved and paid. In fact, when I logged in on Monday, it already had 8 hours posted for the week for Tuesdays. So didn't have to use my paid time off, and the company paid for it. Plus I got $30. So I felt like it was a win-win.
That's awesome.
Kate said, donate. They probably keep the money.
Right?
Right. Like, really, donate it. But there was a lot of, like I'm saying, there was probably a dozen people who did the donate option. I'm like,
isn't that what they say when all the like grocery stores and stuff like that, where they have a donation thing? Yeah. Oh, when you're going through the checkout, you want to donate $1 for
yeah.
whatever. They tally all that up, and then they do a write-off for it with the government, and they get it at their donation.
Well, right, because I was listening to Clark Howard, and he says you should never do donations for any store that says, oh, hey, do you want to round up as a donation? He's like, don't do that, because all you're doing is allowing that company to have a write-off that you get no credit for. and they're getting all the credit for it. And he was like, so really, if you want to donate, you should donate directly, because then you get the credit, because it'll be your name that's donating it, and you get the tax benefit. Like, yeah, why would I want some big company so they can lower their expenses by the donation? You donate out of your profits, company. I'll donate out of mine to the company I want directly. And what's cool is the company I work for too, every year they have a giving month, and they give you $50 that you go in, and any organization that you want, 403B, you could they'll donate that $50 to whoever you want. So every year I choose the Montgomery Animal Shelter where we got Sam, and they donate $50. On my name.
Is he asleep?
Yeah. 22Q Cat said, Samoa cookie. Don't you feel guilty not sharing that with me, Shelly?
Tell you what, you can have a whole cookie to yourself if you come get it right now. Because I can tell you, I'm a giver.
Right. Well, maybe we'll have to make some 22Q Cat for the meetup next year.
You think it's going to make a trip without me eating it on the way?
Well, we can make it when we're there.
Oh, okay.
That's how we do that, Heath, because I know.
The workaround.
I'll be like, okay, let's get the smoke cookies for Lynn, and then I'll open it up, and I'll be like, there's no cookies. And you were like, yeah, because every time we stopped, I grabbed a couple.
You wouldn't stop at the grocery store for me, so I had to make do. So it'd be Shelly's fault. Because we got to get there.
Carrie said, I'm going out the door, everyone, to work the church. Hope everyone has a good night.
Thank
you too, Carrie. Have a good night.
Bye.
Marianne said, my university gives me paid leave for jury duty, so I'm not allowed to collect the money for serving.
Oh, wow.
Well, that sucks.
It's like one or the other, huh?
Wow.
That's rough.
Well, maybe that's what they were doing. The ones who were donating it, they were like, oh, I can't have it.
Oh, maybe.
That makes sense. Okay, Sean said, Betty White was the best. I know. She's so sweet.
Yes.
Yeah, she was cute. She is so cute. I miss her. Patty said, Golden Girls was the best show. I love them all. Right? It's so cute. It's timeless.
Wholesome.
Right? Even now, wholesome with Blanche. Oh, yeah, it's real wholesome.
Well, if you grew up how I grew up, you'd understand.
Well, that's true. But, yeah, it's just such a good show to watch. And it goes so fast, right? You're just watching and you're like, oh, it's already over?
In fact, we had to look at I was looking at my clock. I was like, oh, shoot, it's 11 o'clock. We need to go to bed. She's like, we don't have one more. No, let's go to sleep.
22Q Cat said, I love Dorothy on Golden Girls. Her facial expression sometimes, my sense of humor. Oh, right. Yes. Right.
Y'all like her faces.
Right. Dorothy is like the queen because she would be the especially with Rose. Like that was quips. Oh my goodness. She was just like, like all the time. Oh my goodness. No, that's what we're talking about. Oh, Sharon said no toll roads. Okay, that's good to know. Awesome. 270 is our outer belt. Okay. Shauna said, on my way to dinner. See y'all. Good night. Enjoy dinner. Well, thanks, Sharon, for letting us know that. So we're good when it comes to tollways.
I think the only ones we're going to have to use it is when we're in Dallas. I mean, not Dallas, but well, maybe Dallas.
Oklahoma.
But, yeah.
22Q Cat said, have to do my Friday night check on Samson and Delilah. Asleep on the couch, I'm assuming?
Yes.
Being very quiet. Yes. They're both asleep. And earlier today, right before work, remember it was really dark outside? Mm-hmm. Well, before it got real dark, like I guess they knew because Delilah came up and she was all like, hey, I want to go out before it starts raining. So I went and let them out before I was even done with work. And when I went out there, I was like, oh, yeah, it's starting to get dark. And then, yeah, by the time I got off work, it was really dark. And thankfully, because she told me, hey, let's head out there now, Mom, because the rains are coming. I grabbed her.
Smell it, right?
Right, I guess. So I went out and I grabbed her bowl when I took them out because I was like, well, just in case it's raining. Mm-hmm. And sure enough, by the time I got off work, it was already pouring out there. So smart girl.
Mm-hmm.
Because Sam was like, I'm asleep, whatever. Because he don't care about the rain.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he'll just run out in the rain and be like, oh, whatever, just water. But Delilah will be like, my paws are wet.
Mm-hmm. She's a little prissy sometimes.
Mary T said, my husband used to babysit our granddaughter and get her off to school. Aw, they used to watch Say Yes to the Dress together every morning.
Aww.
I remember that show. That was a good one too. And it just, what I liked is the dresses were gorgeous. And then when they would talk about the price, like every single one, I was like, oh, like how? And then they would be like, well, I guess I really like this other one that's like $9,000, but I guess I'll get the $5,000 one and save a little. And I'm like, $5,000 for a dress? Like, I thought on my first wedding, when I spent $600 on a dress, I thought that was enormous. I was like, oh, and sure enough, he wasn't worth $600. So, and then with Heath, I just got to wear a dress I already had because we didn't plan. We just got on a plane and left. Carrie said, have a great and cheesy night, everyone. I'm going to the church. Good night, Carrie. Good night. Miss Kay is here. Hey, said, hi, everyone. I hope y'all enjoyed dinner. I'm at work, so I can't watch for long, but
I'm so full.
And then it cut off. Well, I'm glad you popped in. Thanks for joining us. Oh, look, Cassie. Hey, Cassie. She's my coworker. She said, popping in to say hi.
Howdy, howdy, howdy.
Well, hey, I was talking about y'all earlier about I'm talking with everybody about the trip next year and how I'm looking forward to going to Springfield and meeting y'all. That's so cool. Patty said, gotta call it a night. Good night. Good night, Patty.
Not too far behind you.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Is it still raining? Because I don't want to put the trash out if it's raining.
No, I think the rain has stopped.
Because it's supposed to come down tomorrow a lot.
But, well, I think it moved up to today.
Okay.
Because when I was checking, because originally you were like, oh, it's gonna rain. Yeah, it said flood advisory.
Yeah.
But
that's what I was worried about.
Oh, tomorrow it's just 68%.
Okay. That's not so bad then. What about Sunday? Because it was going to look
62, so it's already gone down.
That's good. Yeah. It was supposed to get real hairy on Sunday too.
It's gonna get hairy.
Yeah.
Let's see. Whoops, I'm just checking tomorrow. So it's gonna get to 52% by noon, and then 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. is when it's gonna be the 60%.
You'll be home by then, though.
Oh well, yeah, we got our cook along tomorrow. If y'all are new here, remember channel members tomorrow cook along. I can't wait to see y'all.
Speak up now if you didn't get your email.
Yeah. If you didn't get the email invite for the cook along, y'all need to let me know. 22 yeah, I'm sorry. Flawed and Filterless said, better get your razors ready for Sunday. What's going on? I know Sunday's St. Patrick's Day. What do you need razors for?
Who are you cutting?
Uh-oh. L Strange said, our rain is coming Saturday, and by Tuesday, the low will be 47. Yeehaw. Oh, because you said it's going to be hairy. Let's see. What are we going to be down to? Because we were up to 82 today. By Tuesday. Oh, yeah. So Monday, it says a low of 45. And then by Tuesday, low 54, high of 68.
Yeah.
And then it'll start warming up
It's
again.
still not chilly or stew weather yet.
No. Right. I mean, he did say it's going to be hairy. Just because I cut all yours. Look at all that. But yeah, y'all, I'm just super excited. It has been a busy week. So I don't know if you heard you did, Renee. So the insulation will be put in next Wednesday. So I'll keep y'all updated on that. But it seems like it'll be pretty quick. They know what they're doing. He said the easiest is to go through a window. So in the Shauna's room, in the middle bedroom, our guest room will move. There's like a little old desk in front of there. We'll move that, and then they can open up the window, drop their hose through there, and then go to the hallway where the attic entrance is, and then they'll start their blowing up there. So won't that be exciting though?
The job blows.
Right. I'm just so excited. R38. I'm like, wow, that's going to be nice. And the whole house.
It's about
right.
time.
I'm just excited.
Well, you said they're not doing it over the garage, which makes sense.
Right. Yeah, not the garage. Right. But yeah, overall, I think this is going to be really good. I'm just excited for the savings to come. And then, jury duty this week. It was interesting. And oh yeah, they had free coffee, but it was in those big containers of coffee. And you had to get a ticket from, even though the whole little lobby, like snack drink area, was an honor system. Because basically, which I find funny that it was an honor system in a government building. But anyhow, they went there, and whatever you wanted to do, oops, that's our alarm. Whatever you wanted, then they had a little tablet that you were supposed to put in what you got and pay for it. But then if you wanted the free coffee, they gave you a little ticket, and then you were supposed to take that ticket and you put it, I guess, in some place, and then that's how they pay. But I was like, okay, first of all, that coffee is crap. And then the only thing they had to make it any better than palatable was the powdered creamers, which are just the absolute worst.
You know why though?
Because that's cheap.
That, and they don't have to worry about keeping it cold.
Right. But no butter or anything. And I was like, you know what? Never mind. That coffee tastes like just pure crap. So I didn't do it. And I saw a few people went and got their cup of coffee. And I was like, they don't even look happy. So why am I going to do it? But there was quite a few people. It
tastes like regret.
I know. I'm like, oh, it's called free for a reason. But several people went and got snacks. I'm like, we weren't even here 2 hours. What you need a snack for?
Maybe they didn't eat before they came.
Maybe.
Well,
I mean, I didn't either. I just fasted until we had dinner that night. Sharon said 63 here tomorrow and then snow for Monday.
Wow.
Welcome to spring. Oh, goodness. Renee said, I'm going to be making a big corned beef and all the Irish fixins. Well, I say big, but those things always shrink like crazy. I know, don't they? We've got 3 of them in our freezer. I'm getting cabbage tomorrow. Aldi right here. Aldi has the cheapest cabbage. It's like 39 cents a pound. But what are all the Irish fixins? Like, what else goes with the corned beef? I'm just interested. El Strange said, I have a small corned beef to make. The guys are interested in it. So all for me, or I guess not interested. So all for me, cabbage on the side. Right. That's what really, I think, plays well with a corned beef. And especially when you do it in the Instant Pot, then after you've cooked the corned beef, then you just shove all that cabbage in there. Oh, so good. Rickwood said, been in the 70s here, but Monday is supposed to be in the 50s with a low of 29 overnight. I haven't been able to get my lilies out until it stays above 50.
Oh, wow.
Wow, that's crazy. Wow.
Whoa.
I hope we don't have problems when we're on our trip next year. It better not snow. We'll probably bring all the heat because that's what we do. What?
Wait, you're starting to rain. It's weird. I think it's all of a sudden.
Wow. Renee said Kaka coffee. I mean, it was Kaka. I was just like, oh, that's okay. I know it's hard for me to pass up free because that is like literally music to my ears. But I was like, it wasn't worth the energy to go get it and then be like, oh. Because I can drink black coffee if it's good coffee. If it's Kaka coffee, Rickwood said, okay, your alarm went off, so it's time for bed for me.
Right.
Have a great weekend, Horde.
Good
See y'all
night.
Sunday. Shelly, by the way, corned beef, cabbage.
Sunday, you're supposed to be there tomorrow with us.
Yeah, remember tomorrow's the channel cook-along. Corned beef, cabbage, potatoes, and carrots. Okay, so potatoes and carrots. Okay. Yeah, that would be the other side.
Aren't you?
Huh?
You're getting more sweet potatoes tomorrow, aren't you?
I wasn't.
Oh, all right. We only have one left.
Okay.
So get some more so that we can enjoy it.
Elstrade said, y'all have a good cook-along tomorrow. Ooh, I'll try to and drop in. Wouldn't want y'all to forget what I look like. I know, Lisa. Is your hair blonde? I can't remember.
Right?
Renee said, gonna make fried cabbage with bacon. Ooh.
Oh.
Radishes in with corned beef. That's the potato replacement. Carrots and some non-keto stuff for the boyfriend. Ooh.
Nice.
That sounds good. Sharon said, remind me of the cook-along, please. Oh, the time of the cook-along, 6 p.m. Central.
Yes.
So I think that's 7 your time. Renee said, also going to make a beer cheese this weekend with Guinness.
Oh,
ooh,
nice.
That sounds good.
Sounds really good, actually.
Now, are you having a party? Like, are you having friends and family over? Or is this just for you and your beau? You're welcome, Sharon. Well, do you have any last thoughts before we call it a night?
I'm trying to think of, honestly.
We're really excited about next Friday night's feast.
Yes.
So we'll be filming probably tomorrow. We'll be filming the short to put out on Monday. So we'll see how that goes. I think it'll go pretty good. I mean, the one we had last Monday, over 7,000 views. Then the one on Tuesday night got close to 500, which is still good, but I was really excited about the 7,000 one. I was like, oh my gosh, that is crazy.
We're addicted to doing shorts.
I know. I'm like, 7,000 people saw that short. Lisa said, off to paint my nails. Y'all have a good night. You too. Renee said, heck no, friends and family. Ha 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 ha. Well, I don't know. I bet his family, not yours, your boyfriend's family, because he has family there. And Sherry said, thumbs up. Yes, thank you so much, Sherry. Please give a thumbs up, y'all, before you leave. Oh, 22 QCat wants to know, what is beer cheese?
Oh my goodness, it is so good.
So essentially what it sounds like. So it's kind of like queso, but instead of using like water or cream, you're using beer or broth. You're using beer, and then you're adding the cheese to the heated beer.
It's really, really good if you do like a bratwurst or something like that and dip it in it. Or pre-keto, we would dip pretzels in it.
Yeah, that is good. So yeah, it's good.
We always get it like when we go to the German restaurants.
Right. If you're into beers, beer with cheese, even better. But yeah, you heat up the beer first and then you add the cheese. So kind of think like when you do a broth and then add cheese to it. Renee said he only has his dad who drives the truck and isn't home often. Oh, okay. Okay, well, that's when I met my family. I thought maybe he would invite people. But that's cool. That'll be fun. I hope you share pictures.
Like you used to do.
Oh, Renee said, I'm not a beer person, but I like that. Yeah, with Guinness. I bet that is good. Mom used to make it. Oh, that's sweet. 22Q Cat said, oh, never heard of it. Interesting.
It's way good.
Yeah. I guess is it an Irish thing? I don't know. I've gotten it.
I know it is German too.
Yeah, I think it is German. I got it before when there used to be Melting Pot. Mm-hmm. One of theirs, they have a cheese pot and one of them would have beer in it. It was good. Keto in the mist. Time change has thrown me off, right? Missed the whole live spending time outside. Aw, but at least you were outside.
There's always a replay.
Isn't that nice that that is the one thing I enjoy about spring is it is very pleasant to be outside. And for somebody who's not an outdoorsy person, like this is the time of year, and fall. Fall is always going to be my favorite, But spring, it just feels good to get outside for a little bit. And they said beer cheese is German, but Mom used to make it with Guinness for St. Patrick's Day for Dad. Oh, that's sweet.
That's awesome.
Mary T said, I watch Vanderpump Rules, so now I know what beer cheese is. I thought it was a Southern thing. Oh, okay.
So the southern part of Germany?
Right? Well, I think, like in Texas, there is a pretty big German in the center, Austin and all that. And I think there is some in Florida as well, pretty big German. So maybe that's why we've heard of it. I don't know. Sherry said, not a beer person, but I did go through a phase of Mexican food pairing excellent with some beer back in my 20s. Yep. Oh, yeah. Especially like with Mexican that is spicier. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Good cold beer with a squirt of lime in it. That went really well. Oh, Renee said Shiner, Texas. Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah. That's German. Yeah. And then also there's a couple other areas, where we've gone to get kolaches and I can't remember. Huh?
Pflugerville, wasn't it?
Yeah, it might be Pflugerville.
Well, also remember
which starts with a P.
Oh, remember at Landry's, their beer, it was a Shiner beer bread.
Brenda S. Hey, she said, my husband is a brewer and he's the brewer and she can't have any. Oh, that's got to be hard sometimes because he's probably like, oh, this one's really good. And you're like, dang it. Can't have it. Renee said, I did like beer after a long run or marathon. Mm-hmm. That makes sense. It does seem like I don't think it is, but it does seem very thirst quenching. Mm-hmm. Britta said, I made him make a seltzer for me. Oh, that's fun. How nice. That would be good. All right.
I'm sorry, y'all. I'm fading and it's about time to go to bed. I got to get up in the morning and go back to work. Yeah. I'm sorry. Boring.
I got to get up and do the grocery thing. But all right, y'all. Well, thanks so much for a wonderful evening. I hope you enjoyed it too. And again, channel members, see you tomorrow night. Otherwise, we'll see a lot of you on Sunday Coffee Talk. And for sure, next Friday. Yes. Make sure you stay tuned and look for that short. I'm really excited about this one, y'all. All right. Good night, y'all. We love you. Bye. Good night.